Okay. Well, welcome back, everybody, to another session of Fallen. We are once again joined by our lovely cast. Uhtred, played by Jake. Finacrio, played by Zami. We have Sirius, played by Ivan. Destin, played by Grant. And
I heard them being called lovely.
and Dipper, played by Anakin. We have a new member for today's game, and hopefully in the future. Will is playing his character, which we will not spoil his name just yet. But can I have everybody here that has? I want everybody here to roll me your recap roll real quick.
Oh, yes.
This one was mine, and then the second one is going to be for Anakin.
Okay. Actually, from now on, Jake, I will just roll for Anakin. That way, it's just easier. So that I
Okay, you can roll
confused.
I'm loading in. I'm logging into my Steam now. I should be able to join here in a couple minutes.
Okay,
Also,
you can go ahead and roll.
also keep in mind if I do get this recap, I did leave early.
So Uhtred got a 14.
Make the new guy do the recap.
Dipper got an
14? I got
8.
an 8.
Sirius got an 8. Finacrio got a 7. Dustin got an 8. Okay. So it looks like Finacrio got it. So,
Yay.
Finacrio, would you
Let me tell you
like to
something.
recap last session real quickly?
Last session, it was a doozy. I'll tell you that. So we started the session off right at the ending of last season when these creatures, I don't remember the name of them, but they're demons. They started swarming this town, and the party went to go try to help a bunch of these civilians that were getting murdered.
And you
But
guys
it
were in
was just
Tunton, the village of Tunton.
Yes, it was this graphic and awful sight. And we eventually all left, along with Luck, to go try to find Vex, I believe.
Yeah.
In the woods, we had this whole, I believe, hour or 2 hour thing where we were all buying armor and weapons from Luck. I know that I lost my toad in a jar, and I got a bunch of armor and weapons.
Yeah. Which all got crushed later.
And then we made another dealing with the masked man. All of us had separate little encounters, but we talked with him, and then there was a time skip over a couple of months where we were now kind of
I believe it was a
lost.
year. I believe it was a year.
It was a year?
It was somewhere between 6 months and a year, I believe. Yeah.
Oh,
It was 6
well,
months.
Oh, 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay. So, half a year later, we are in the middle of the woods. It is winter. It is incredibly snowy. We are low on rations, and we are lost.
Wait, hold
And-
on. I would just like to mention Dipper is an adult now. He's the big 18.
Oh, congrats!
This session, we are going to go to a strip club
Hell
to celebrate
yes.
Dipper's 18th.
Well, why don't you tell them? So, what kind of happened was the party was extremely traumatized by what they witnessed at Tunton, the insanity of shards, and the aftermath of which left kind of a scar on everybody in the party. People coped with it in various ways. I believe Uhtred hallucinated Kilroy.
What do you mean Kilroy's not dead?
And various people had various reactions, and because honestly, the recap can be briefer here because that really was 2 sessions it took to. One session was basically completely devoted to Tunton and the aftermath of the trauma, and then the next episode was more or less devoted to the party being in the woods and being ambushed by a pack of werewolves that kicked the shit out of them and left them basically for dead to wander off into the forest, devouring their own. Am I missing anything?
Do I get a destiny point for giving such a cool recap?
You do technically get a destiny point, though it was not as good as your usual destiny points. Your usual
I
recaps
think
are.
one important detail was one of the ways that the players were able to cope with the events was that the masked man offered a deal to some to suppress those memories,
True. So
which may or may not have an impact in future.
So you know you know something happened at Tunton, but some of you took a deal where he basically has blocked that part of your memory. And I think the only person to take that was Sirius. I don't know if anybody else took that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Did anybody else take that?
He didn't really need to take it, but he took it anyway.
Sirius is like, I'm just done with all this fucked up shit. I don't need this in my head.
Yeah.
So anyways, why don't we go ahead and get playing? So, 1 second, everybody. Let me take you over to the map. Let me drag you guys out. Okay, let me drag out your characters.
Oh, I missed a small world.
I missed the small world. It was safe.
It was safe. This is danger.
Okay, Dipper.
Oh, very snowy.
If we're just going to be completely honest, I think Destin is the only one that should ever be cold. He's half naked.
Hey, I'll have you know that this is a religious choice. The church. I'm part of the Church of Swole.
Who am I mixing here? I'm missing
Where the Bible is pre-worked out.
Serious. Okay. So,
The question is, are you rocking the look as well as Kilroy, though?
That's true. That's the real question. Can
We're
everybody
missing
here
our
remind
boy.
me? Who? Oh, you're right. You're missing Luck.
Yeah, I wasn't about to let you sneak that one
No,
past me. No,
I want him there.
Luck left the party.
Luck just flew off and said, "You bitches can't even kill werewolves. How can you kill the cult?"
So,
and then just left.
So you guys, can everyone, starting with Dustin. Dustin, do you have any injuries?
Let me check my sheet. I'm pretty sure. I think I took one. No, apparently not.
Dipper, do you have any injuries? I don't think you do.
Any what?
You don't have any
Injuries?
injuries. Yeah, you don't have any injuries.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Dipper never gets hit.
Finacrio, do you? Well, what about when you had an axe buried in your chest?
Okay,
Yes,
that was a while ago.
Finacrio, do you have any injuries?
I believe I got a serious injury.
So you have a level 3, okay. Uhtred, do you have any injuries?
No, sir.
Sirius, do you have any injuries?
Yes, I have like a pressure wave type thing. Level 2 on my sheet, and I think I'd activated a healing factor towards the end of the fight.
Okay. So this, right now, time-wise, it has literally, this is the next morning. You guys have been terrified, rushing through this snowy forest at night. The sound of howls never too far off in the distance. As dawn has broken across the skies, you guys, who is helping Finacrio? Because Finacrio right now, and actually real quick, can I have everybody here make me a level, I believe last time we left it off at a level 3 endurance check. This is going to be actually no, I believe it was level 2 last. Well, don't roll yet, Jake.
But I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Don't roll until I tell you guys to.
I didn't mean to.
Guys.
I'm sorry. I gotta say.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So please make me everyone make me an endurance check. This is going to be difficult. You guys have been on your feet running for you guys have been moving all night, no sleep. I'll make one for Luck as well.
We're counting injuries as well,
also
right?
narrator.
Injuries
Healing
affect
factor wouldn't have.
Not yet. Healing factor, the way healing factor works, if you refer over to the PDF, is it will basically it turns an injury like a medium or higher injury, and it allows you to heal it naturally like a minor injury. So you still need to have a couple days, like basically the time it takes for you to naturally heal a minor injury would be the time you need to heal a more serious injury, and it does bit by bit. So it's a utility thing you could do in between travel or a more extended time, because that's a fail.
That's a 1.
So
Hey, narrator.
Yeah.
I'm in the game, so you can put my actual token down.
Is it not down already?
I don't think I can control that one. That's
Catfolk
just
Rogue. Why is that?
Yeah.
That's weird. I grabbed that out of the. Let me grab. That's really weird. I grabbed that out of the. What's it called? Did this work?
What's the difficulty on this one? You said difficult.
Level 4. This is difficult.
I got a 5.
Fuck, dude.
Or a 4. I got a 4.
I got a
Sick.
6.
So Uhtred got a 4. You're good.
I got a 1, boy.
Okay, so Uhtred
sick.
1 second. So Uhtred, you succeed. Dustin, you succeed. Dustin, why'd you roll twice?
He didn't mean to.
I was trying to delete my dice.
Finacrio, you fail. Sirius, you fail. Dipper, you fail. Okay, so the only people that are really able to keep, and actually I gotta roll for luck. Hold on.
If luck fails, this is rigged against us.
That's embarrassing if luck fails.
He failed.
Okay,
He failed.
Oh, he
So,
did. No, he
no, he
didn't.
didn't.
No, he
He's
No, he got a
damn it,
4.
he's too perfect.
I could have definitely pointed to subtract some of those.
So all of you guys are limping through the forest. Okay, so Sirius, Finacrio, and Dipper. The starvation, the freezing sub-zero temperatures, the injuries that you've sustained are all culminating. You guys are barely able to stay on your feet. Right now, all of you guys have a -1 tired, so you guys are exhausted. So level 1 exhaustion. Okay, so
how is this affecting our Icar?
You can't regen any Icar until, cause like basically, if you refer to the character sheet or the PDF
You
rather,
can't until you get good rest.
You need good rest and food. Like if you're not taking care of your body, then your body can't produce Icar. So you guys are on the verge of like some of you are on the verge of dying. Finacrio is remind me, Sirius, you have a level 2 injury, right?
Yes.
And then Finacrio, you have a level 3.
Yes.
Okay, Finacrio, after hours on the road walking at night, he's straggling behind, and at some point Finacrio is just going to fall to his knees, and he literally physically is not able to move himself anymore. The injuries he sustained, his internal bone, because there are things broken inside of Finacrio right now that, it is insane that he's on his feet, and his body is just, the adrenaline, the fear has just given out. What do you guys want to do?
We still have the sled because we got
Nope,
that away.
you don't.
No,
Did it get broken?
Yeah, we do.
We dragged it away.
He had 2 shields.
What?
He used 1 shield and we had the other one as a sled.
Finacrio, you guys didn't grab it when you left.
Yes, we
No,
did.
We
Go look
did.
at the
Uhtred
video.
actually did say he did grab it.
Okay, so then
And Dustin was pulling it.
Well, Uhtred, if you've been pulling a sled the entire
No,
time,
I haven't.
No, I've been pulling the
Dustin's
Okay,
been pulling
then
it.
let me look at the end of your sheet.
Video.
Let me
I'm
look
a
at the
strong
sheet
boy.
here real quick. Or not the sheet, the what's it called? 1, 2. Yeah,
Do I
you
need
have
to
plenty of endurance, Grant, so you're fine to be pulling that. So
Do I need to add the sled? Is that a thing I need to add?
we'll deal with that in a minute here. But so
Narrator.
well, hold on. So Finacrio falls. Who is anybody going to help him?
No.
Yeah.
Everyone just
Yeah.
die.
Sirius is
Dipper is.
so out of it.
I'm going to.
Destin's gonna stop in his tracks. He's gonna look. He's turn around, and look behind him. Destin has just been passive and cold and not saying a single thing this entire night. He's gonna walk over to Finacrio and just slowly pick him up gently, put him onto the sled, and he has 1 ration left that he's been saving. He's gonna take it
do
out.
you?
And, yeah, I have the singular ration left. You said we used 2, and I had a single one left.
I thought we said last time that you guys were out of food.
Narrator.
I've been saving.
Well,
this
one second. Roll me a destiny roll. We'll see.
Okay.
Because I did specifically say you had no food left. You don't know.
Yeah, we have
I said everyone didn't have any food left, and that's why you guys started.
Yeah.
Well, no food, so he just kind of gives them a silent pat on the shoulder, picks up the lead of the sled again, starts dragging it.
Okay, fair enough.
Narrator.
Yes.
So I am able to regenerate light though, if it's daytime without, it's that one rule with the miracles based on your
Correct.
skill level, correct?
So not yet. So because right now we're simulating the night, but in the morning, as long as it's not an overcast sky, and you can actually as long as there is actual pretty ample sunlight coming down, you could indeed regenerate light that way.
I thought you said it was the next morning is where we picked up at.
Oh, well, we're kind of simulating right now. You guys in the
Gotcha,
forest
gotcha.
running right now. So, anyways, you guys continue to move through the forest. Does anybody straggle off? Is everyone staying as a group and keep moving?
Sirius
Dipper-
doesn't notice Finocchio falling down, so his gait is super haggard. His breath is really rugged.
Mhm.
And sometimes he lets out this sort of heavy cough with like blood, since like some of his internal organs are damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Walk
just
up
kind of
to
looks to his hand and keeps walking on.
De-
I'm gonna.
As they're
I'm gonna-
walking, Destin's just gonna. He's gonna say, "Stop. The river nearby. Even during the winter, there's gonna be."
No.
fish
So
there."
right now you guys are still in the forest. We'll get to the morning here in a second.
Okay, so we're not in the river yet.
So
Okay,
I'll
never
walk
mind.
up to Sirius, noticing that he's
Actually,
having
never mind.
trouble.
Actually, you're right. I like this better. It is still night. You guys are right here.
All right.
Okay.
I am going to walk up to Sirius, noticing that he's struggling, and I'm going to kind of like take his arm and prop it on my shoulder and kind of walk with him to try to keep him upright.
Can everybody here make me a perception check? This level is level 3 special. Actually, no, this would be level 2, uncommon.
Also,
My perception
I would-
four.
considering that Dipper got a 1 on his endurance check,
Got
he's
2.
probably not really doing so well. Probably like falling behind.
So
and
you
he's
have
actually
you have a level 1 exhaustion, by the way.
Yeah. And Dipper has also started wearing his face masks again because he's kind of like not really worn them as much. He feels kind of comfortable around the party enough to not cover his face, but he is just so frigid that
Yeah.
he wants to get as much covering as that he can.
And so you guys continue to move through the forest, all of you freezing to death, basically. You guys notice that Luck is heading up the back.
I rolled the wrong dice. I'm so
You're
sorry.
fine. But you see Luck is at the back, heading up or taking the back of the party. He's quietly just walking. Luck is uninjured. He does not. The cold isn't getting to him. He looks like untethered right now. He looks very like uncomfortable, but he seems to be watching the back, and he's silent. And he hasn't said a word since Dustin has kind of chewed him out after the fight. Okay.
As we're kind of walking, and sorry, narrator, go ahead.
Did people make those perception checks?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
I got 2.
Would I be able to use Sonocraft? Even
I got
without
This
any...
is a purely visually based. This is a purely visually based perception check.
I got 6.
So who here got a 2?
I did.
Okay, Sirius got a 2. Who else got a 2?
I did.
Okay, Dipper got a 2, and then who else got a 2?
I got a 6.
Okay, so yeah, Dustin, did you get a 2?
Yes, I got 2.
Okay, so that would be Dustin, Sirius, Uhtred, and Dipper. You guys notice ahead of you, through the forest on your right, faint light sprinkling out, fire light. You can smell smoke on the cold air, and you can actually see that there is smoke descending over here. Because when it's this cold out, when smoke goes up, it settles around, not moving up higher. So you guys see this strange growth, maybe from this. It's hard to see that far off, but this strange like growth or tangle, maybe of vines, and then you can see firelight coming from inside.
Dipper immediately runs up to the front of the party and signals them to stop and points to it. And he draws his weapons and kind of gets into a stealthy position and starts to run into the trees.
Okay, so where would you like to go? Which trees are you going? You going towards the because so here's, and remember, if you hit M, you can kind of trace the line of where you'd like to go.
Okay, hold on, let's see. Dipper, he's gonna
So you're right here right now.
Oh wait, hold on. Wrong one.
If you hit M and then 1. Also, if you hit 4 now, by the way, if you hit 4 and then hit 2, whenever you grab your token now, it like leaves this trail behind. So you get 4 with your measuring device. And then grab your token.
I'm gonna see Dipper say to stop. I'm gonna look at Destin, and I'll tell him. I'll be like, me and Dipper will go check it out. Stay with the injured people, as Destin is not stealth boy.
Yeah.
Did you see the,
Destin's just gonna look at both of them and say, "We're not here to kill innocents. Keep it calm."
Dipper?
Give him a nod.
When before Dipper runs off, when Dustin says that, or sorry, Dustin says this, Dipper kind of turns around and like flaps up his mask and he says, "We are dying out here. We have to do what we need to do to survive."
Just because we're dying doesn't give us the right to make
And,
others die.
and I want to emphasize, as like you pull down your mask, like your face is crusted with snow and frost, Dipper. As I'm assuming you're kind of in your cat mode right now, trying to stay warm.
Dipper looks at Dustin and he says, "We have a job to do. We have responsibilities. We made an obligation. We can't let ourselves deteriorate out here. We are dying, Destin.
They
Look at
don't.
Pinocchio."
They don't. They don't have families. They don't have kids. They don't have people they have to get back to, people they have to take care of.
Narrator.
Dipper just kind of gives like a shut up gesture and just puts his mask back on and starts heading to
Utra's
the
just gonna
slopes.
say nothing and start heading that way as well,
Okay.
stealth-like.
Well, first let's do Dipper because he was going first. So Dipper, where were you going?
Hold on.
And actually, go ahead and make me a stealth roll.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Richard, are you still helping Sirius walk around?
Was, but I'm gonna put you on the sled right now with Destin, because me and Dipper are gonna go ahead and check it out, because we're stealthy and then not hurt.
Could I assist with Rogue?
Say that again.
Could I assist with Rogue?
You can assist with Rogue, absolutely.
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah,
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Destin's just gonna hold the rest of the party up. And
I'm gonna roll
actually,
some dice too.
So wait, are they?
Oh, by the way, Adam, I figured out how to do GM rolls.
Oh, nice.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa!
That's a good one.
Holy shit!
Nice.
Just tell me what your number ends up being.
Ooh, that kind of fucked me. Okay, so let's see.
So what did you get?
Got a 3, I think.
3, yeah.
Okay. So you are going to kind of move ahead. Where are you going?
Okay, so I was going to
You're gonna go to this tree cover over here on the left.
let me get this back out. I was gonna go this way and just kind of follow the trees.
It's fine. Okay. So you begin to move forward. Uhtred, you said you were right behind. Would you make me a stealth roll?
Yeah. Oof. I'm not stealth.
Okay. So as
I'm gonna burn 3 destiny points.
No,
Holy shit!
Are you?
I'm not. I'm just gonna be non-stealth boy.
Okay, so as Uhtred is walking forward, Uhtred, you go ahead and you're going to fall.
I'm gonna trip and fall.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're gonna trip and fall on a branch that's kind of covered under some snow, and you step forward and your foot sinks beneath this big pile of snow, and this you trip on the snow branch. You smack smack into this tree, which cracks. This tree has barely been hanging on as it's dead, and your weight is enough to knock it over. And Dipper, from behind you, you hear the crash of a gigantic tree, and Uhtred go ah as the entire tree falls to the ground. Let me reset this.
Dipper whispers.
And you guys see as like birds and stuff that are in the, because it's nighttime in the surrounding forest, birds like jump out and like leap out of their nests and stuff and fly off into the night.
Does this ruin my stealth too?
Your stealth remains constant, but that definitely happens.
So as that happens, I realize that stealth is no longer an option. So I'm just gonna walk up and like try to talk to this guy, so Dipper can stay stealth and I can distract him.
So as you are coming out, Will, do you want to describe your character?
So,
I exit because I hear some loud shit, obviously. So I walk out and I say,
And Will, I should notice that right now I rolled for you. You are aware that there is this guy right here on your left. You have also heard somebody sneaking up because of your good perception, sneaking up on the tree somewhere off to your right. You haven't seen them yet, but you know there's somebody else here.
so I walk out. So I've affixed a mask to my face. The first thing you'll notice. It's got several markings on it. You probably don't recognize them. It's very interesting. It's sort of like a I don't know, like some sort of
It's like a white
obvious
chitin
yeah,
almost.
it's like a white kitten. It's got interesting markings on it. You know, it feels like some sort of memento, but it certainly feels kind of cursed, honestly. It feels a little creepy.
And you can't see his eyes or his expressions
You
or
can't see
anything.
my eyes, you can't see my expressions. It's very, very uncanny. It's very much so an intentional choice for intimidation. As I leave, I make eyes for what it's worth at the one to my left, and I say, you know, come on out now, you and the other. None of this shit now. Tally ho, get over here.
Look, I'm gonna like put my. I'm gonna
Maskman.
like. I know
Dipper
that's
is,
exactly what I
Dipper
thought. Oh
is
no!
not moving.
Look, what's your name? I'm gonna like sheathe my sword and my dagger, and like show him my hand so he can see I don't have any weapons.
Names have power. We'll reveal that information when I feel a little more comfortable. But first, I need to know, what is your name? And this is a very important question. Make sure you answer it correctly.
Dipper runs out with his with Fang and Talon drawn with his face covered
Oh my
on.
god! Oh no!
And he stops about 5 feet away from him. And he says, well, it's 2-on-1, so why don't you go first?
I'm very tempted to fuck Dipper up right now.
You be careful,
Look,
Dipper.
hey, there's no.
Punch a hole
Look,
in his
So
chest.
you would notice that right now in this guy, he wears this sort of eloquent black clothing, and now that you're a little bit closer, Dipper, you realize that this structure of vines and growth that you mistook before, it's webs as it makes this cocoon around the fire. And as you get a little bit closer, this guy's body proportions, it just doesn't look right. Like this doesn't look like what just the way he stands and the posture and the movement, something is off.
Look, look, Dipper. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm just gonna like look at Dipper and.
Well, you
go,
already said it.
No. Yeah,
Yes.
Oh come on! You let people change shit all the time when they're.
We'll
No,
do this
it's
one.
okay.
But it's not gonna matter, Jake.
It's okay. He calls me Dipper, but that's not my real name, so.
Okay, perfect. You're right. Look, my name's Uhtred. This is Dipper. We mean
Dipper
you no harm.
Dipper kind of like looks at him like, what the fuck? But then he just kind of like he still has his weapons in his hand, but he's not standing in such an offensive position.
Okay, gotcha. I disarm. They're not who I'm looking for. I sort of allude that I'm looking for someone to them. Like, oh, you know, I am looking for someone or something, but you guys aren't them. Sorry for the trouble.
Dipper says, now who are you?
I said you may have heard of me. The darkness in the night, you know, some cringe shit like that. Some tough guy says in a tavern. Well, for me, it's true. My name is Vengeward, the Inevitable. I've come from a faraway land to take care of some business.
Do I know this guy?
Can I roll general knowledge?
Can you both roll my general knowledge? For you guys specifically, this will be level 3 specialized. There's one other person in the party. If they roll, it would be common. You do not get
level
it?
3?
It
You
will
said
be-
level 3?
Yeah, it would be level 3.
I'm gonna spend a destiny point.
Okay.
I don't like mysteries.
Holy shit!
Okay.
Got it.
So you guys both recognize, and it kind of clicks in an instant. This mask is the kind of the giveaway. This is what is called a hollow. This is basically an assassin for hire. But specifically what hollows are, they are kikis. They are not like Finacrio though. These are ones that are Goraki. These are ones that do not live in hives. These are kikis that do not live in hives. They roam, they're nomadic. And there's a particular sect that you guys, and I'm assuming Uhtred, you would have learned about this probably from your time as a guard and the information about various different organizations and stuff. You would kind of know that Kiki aren't, the Hollow, they're not inherently bad, but their services are contracted out to the highest bidder, and they're known as some of the most deadly assassins on Terra. And the reason why they're called hollows, they literally are the vessels of the highest bidder's will. And when contracted, they will die trying to accomplish whatever their mission was. And they are known for extremely dangerous. They're like assassins, but they're very well known for their extremely dangerous fellcraft.
So like, I'm gonna look at this man, and I'm gonna kind of level with him. and be like, look, the rest of us are a ways back, but we got multiple people hurt. We haven't eaten in a couple days. Do you think you might?
Dipper interrupts him and he says, "What food do you have?"
All right. So, gentlemen, I'm gonna level with you. I'm in similarly dire straits, but I have great news. I think we can help each other out. I think if you can get your friends in here and warm up next to the fire, I have a compelling series of requests and suggestions, and I think that we can come to an accord. Does that sound decent?
Why should we help you?
So that you don't die. You're going to freeze to death out here. I'm not.
We can handle ourselves.
All right, bye then.
I'm gonna walk up to Dipper. Like, Dipper.
Love bang word. Holy shit.
Oh
Dipper.
shit, I can't fit back in.
Here, if you got to teleport. There you go.
Dipper just looks frustrated.
Look, we have 2 of the party injured. We haven't eaten in days. We're being hunted by werewolves. We could kind of use some help right now. I was talking to Dipper.
Dipper?
Dipper! Oh no! He's not in the game. I think his computer crashed.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
F's in the chat.
Well, we'll say
Okay,
this.
so he's silent, so I'm gonna call.
Yeah, he's
Will's
just
character.
quiet, and he kind of looks like he's understands your point, but he seems like reluctant and stubborn.
Yeah.
But he's
Alright,
like
sorry.
he's not
Dipper's
stopping
gone.
you from doing whatever you're gonna do.
While Dipper is gone, Destin's gonna be back with the party. The got Finacrio on his sled. He's gonna look to he's gonna look to Sirius and say, "I don't like it. Those 2, they're desperate. We should move forward."
Luck is just gonna like walk past you guys.
I was gonna.
Quietly.
I'm gonna give a whistle. To tell them to come forward.
Yes, that's a signal. And he's gonna start moving forward.
Sirius kind of struggles up off the sled, maybe trips in the snow a bit, but eventually gains his footing and
Does he knock another tree over? That'd be
Walking.
funny.
Finacrio
manifests itself in front of him.
Finacrio's still in the sled, and he's noticing that Destin and everyone is walking off. And he's silently
dragging, Destin's dragging the sled.
You're being
Oh,
dragged.
then
Let him
okay,
go behind.
then he goes along with. He does not struggle to army crawl behind.
Also, my internet went out. What did Uhtred say whenever
Oh,
you just walked away?
I was trying to tell him before your internet died. I was like, look, Dipper, we need help. We haven't eaten in days. Freaking Pernacrio and Sirius are pretty hurt. We don't really have a lot of options here. We don't know how to get out of this cursed place.
Dipper just kind of.
I will
stays
say
silent.
something. I want you to make me a willpower check, Dipper. This will be a level 4. This is difficult.
Wait, willpower?
Yep.
Fuck, that's a new. I have nothing in that. Fuck.
Yep. Which kind of makes
somebody
sense
that-
for your character, actually.
You can roll for me. My internet went out.
Okay.
It's
So you have,
just
you have
guys.
nothing in it. You have just 3.
Yeah, so
Then
2 because of the exhaustion.
you auto. I'll roll for you anyways. Maybe if you want to use it, what's it called?
Oh, do I auto fail?
Yeah, you auto fail.
Damn.
So you are enticed, Dipper. The prospect of warm fire and shelter from the howling winds is getting to you. You would like right now, your body feels like it's freezing fire. The idea, like you're doing everything in your power to just stay on your feet, and you've had the thought once or twice of laying down and taking a nap in the snow. So the idea of sitting next to a nice warm fire inside, out of the elements, sounds like heaven.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you say anything? Or just awkward to stand there?
He stays kind of silent. Dipper is just he doesn't really feel like he can trust anybody right now.
That's par for the course. While you guys are all standing there, Luck, who, as he approaches, begins to glow. And so, Vengeward, as you kind of look, you see one of the people in particular, luminous. You can instantly tell this is an Angelkin. This is a descendant of the Bright Lord. This person kind of walks forward to you, and whatever clothes they used to have used to be very elegant, but are now tattered, muddied, and their edges are lined with frost. And this person's going to kind of step forward and look at you up and down and go, "Hollow, are you on a contract?"
Yeah, I'm on a contract.
He looks at you.
Can Destin make a general knowledge check?
You may. It'll be a level 3. Finacrio, you may also make one. This will be a level 1 for you.
Can Sirius also make this check? He's kind of
Sure.
hiding behind this tree.
Sure. So you fail.
Dang it.
Since Sirius is a noble with interesting circumstances, would he happen to know more knowledge about Hollow to make the check easier?
I'm gonna say you have the same knowledge as Uhtred, who is very well versed of not criminal culture necessarily, but of the more dark and underlying aspects of the civilization stuff. You could use your noble to assist with it if you wanted to gain a benefit. I would say that's fine.
Okay.
When you're specialized
Then I'll
in
take
skills,
the penalty twice if I use noble, right, for my injuries and tiredness.
Yes, you will. Actually,
So
we'll say it stacks once. Actually, we'll say it stacks once. Because
Okay.
it would make sense that it would stack twice.
Okay. First roll, I'll assist with noble.
Okay.
I'm not applying the penalty here unless you want me to. I'll apply it to the second one.
Okay. So that is
that's
4. It's very good.
That'll benefit me. And then this is my general knowledge. I don't know where my dice are. Oh,
Ooh, nice.
cool.
Cool.
So, 4.
So, but minus.
With,
so you applied it to that. So yeah, you got a 4. So
Yeah.
you would definitely know that this is a hollow. You might even know that your family has employed hollows a lot. They are a very useful tool, as they really. It's quite amazing how compelled to do the task you have given them, that they like the lengths that they will go to accomplish a task.
Okay.
It's kind of remarkable, and you would know that you've seen these people in conversations with your father before.
Okay.
Okay, and then Finocchio,
Curious.
you were trying to ask something? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
With
Jace is gonna keep his hood up and kind of stay back, kind of not revealing his face or identity for a bit until he can safely assess who he's after.
with specialized skills, if you are injured, can you still auto succeed?
Technically not. If you're not rolling those 8 dice that basically mean that you auto succeed, then you do not auto succeed. No.
Okay, got it. So, boop.
You do not. Oh, you get level 1, so a level 1 is pretty easy. So yeah, you do. You, Finocchio,
Okay.
are vastly familiar. This is a Goraki. This is somebody that is not part of the hive. This is a Kiki that their people left, and they are part of the new way, the way that kind of like opposes the old way, which is what your people follow. You are very familiar. Like, the mask he wears is a ceremonial mask that is basically like handed down and made whenever they're coming of age. But his people, they never go through the Uniwaka. Like, they don't fill a purpose in the hive. They are free of that. And you would actually distinctly notice, Finocchio, his clothes, these are made of webbing. This is like almost like a silk-like substance. This is not normal cloth. It actually reminds you of the clothes that you used to wear. Actually, are you still wearing forget, do you still have your noble clothes, or have those been
I do, yes. I'm wearing them right now.
So these are similar to yours. And actually, I'll say that, Vengeward, you're able to notice the presence of another Kiki as you kind of look at his clothes. You see this, and maybe this is a good time to actually
I have a question as well.
Go ahead.
So, the noble, right? Do I have perception to recognize that he is of the family that he is in, right?
You could probably, by looking at him, kind of see that that I'm assuming on his clothes. Now, he is kind of laying down right now, but general look, you're able to see his clothes. His clothes kind of denote that he is a noble in the kind of caste structure of the Meraki, which are so Meraki are Kiki that live in hives, and Goraki are the ones like you that are nomadic, that are free of basically a queen. And you would know that he is of the royal part of the caste. He's not a worker.
Okay. So as far as the noble goes, I ask if he is their prisoner or not. So is the guy on the sled, is that your prisoner?
Destin's gonna look at him and say, he's gonna look back to Finocchio and just look back to Vengeward and say, no.
Dipper immediately says, "No, what the fuck?"
Okay, well, that's good news then, because the people I'm after would never be friends with a noble, so...
Finocchio is going to discreetly go into his satchel and just take a hold of his dagger.
What?
And he is keeping his eyes on Vengeward and not taking him off for 1 second. And
so
Vengeward just straight up turns around and goes inside and invites everybody in.
Vengeward just goes inside.
Yeah, no, I just straight up go inside and invite everybody in.
Okay, so Luck is gonna look, and Luck is just gonna straight up just step right inside, like super, like for whatever reason, Luck seems actually very comfortable with Vengeward, and Luck is gonna sit inside by the fire.
I don't know where my character went.
Cross-legged.
Disappeared.
Pull the yellow thing up.
I am on the tree.
Here, I'll teleport you. Here, hold on. Let me teleport you, Jake. Don't move. Boop. Boop. There you go. You're in the fire.
Yay! I'm
I'll move
warm
you
now.
guys inside.
Destin's gonna walk over to Finocchio.
Here, I got you.
Kind of grab, just kind of gently lift him up and just say, "Come on, we're moving."
So.
And he starts coughing up blood a little bit. He still has his satchel around his arm, and his hand is still in the satchel.
So I have a question for the DM.
Yep, I'm the narrator technically.
Okay, gotcha. So, is it reasonable to assume that with my Felcraft, I can stop bleeding?
You could create webbing that could you could stabilize people. Yes. You could basically bandage people up, like super glue wounds and like kind of like that. Yeah.
All right, I absolutely intend to do that. I call out, get in here, and I'll fix him up.
Yeah, Destin's just gonna gently pull him up, start walking him inside.
Okay. So you guys bring.
My eyes start darting between Dipper and Destin as he's getting very overwhelmed.
Don't
with
put him on
this.
the fire.
Oh God! What have I done?
Why do they always burn
What have I
if they're
done?
not creating a fire? Hey, great! You finally got the bug. So Dipper, you are standing outside still.
I'm gonna
Dipper
walk out.
walks in.
Oh, if he wasn't coming now, I was gonna walk out.
So Dipper, are you staying by the door, kind of?
He lets everyone walk out, or he lets everyone walk in first, and then he walks in.
Okay. So you guys come inside. You guys are basically in this web cocoon, and it is nice and warm as this flap kind of closes. You kind of close the flap over the door. This is like, it's so nice in here. It's nice. It's cozy. Dipper, you kind of sit down and just kind of for a moment sit down beside, and because you failed your willpower check before, you begin to like doze off by the fire. Like you're like trying to keep your eye on fucking Vengered, but you start to feel yourself slip away into sleep. But Luck is gonna stop glowing for a second as the firelight is.
Could I
Go ahead.
do like endurance? I feel like Dipper would definitely
You already
be
failed
way
your endurance.
anxious to fall asleep.
You already failed your endurance.
Well, I thought that was just for the exhaustion.
Well, the willpower was to check if, like, to see if you would like, if you could like, just by willpower lows, like, stay awake and like stay focused. But that was kind of like, oh, I want to go lay down and sleep. I'm like, because right now you're in hypothermia. By the way, if you don't know, that's what people do. Like, people actually they will like go try to take a nap in the snow and then they'll just freeze to death. So it's your mind literally like shutting down. You start making like bad decisions, and so you are in that moment right now. Ooh, whoever has their flashlight on, turn it off. Stop. So Luck kind of sits on the ground cross-legged, and he is going to kind of motion for Vengeward to sit down. This is kind of a very like. It is obvious to you, Vengeward, whenever you accept a contract and you and your elders kind of go to meet with somebody to kind of make a contract for you, the process is very formal. It is a very respectful, formal process, and one of the things you do is sit cross-legged and communicate on equal terms. And it's obvious that Luck kind of knows this and is motioning you to sit in this kind of respectful way.
Okay, so
Oh, and real quick, we should do something real quick. Let's go ahead and describe everybody's characters, like aesthetic-wise, so that he kind of knows what you're dealing with. So, this guy right here, that they've called, that is introduced, or that I don't know if anybody's called him Luck yet, but you know that.
We haven't.
So this guy is he's like 6'3". He is gorgeous. Like this guy in our world would be like the biggest boy band ever. He's gorgeous. He has this kind of beautiful flowing blonde hair, this chiseled chin. He's built. He seems determined, focused, unlike everybody else here that looks completely out of their depth and like exhausted. He looks very extremely calm, and his eyes are ever presently this glow in the background of his irises. And he kind of wears this tattered, what you recognize as Angeland attire. So that's what this guy looks like. And then to the right, Dustin, do you want to describe yourself real quick?
Yeah, certainly. Destin is massive for this time and age. He's like he's full 6'3". Even below all his armor, it's easy to tell that he is massively built. He has and on his back he wields a half-broken, charred, like blackened greatsword. In terms of his face, his hair is at this point probably longer and shaggy, considering they've been out here for months and he hasn't had a haircut. He's got probably a thin stubble that's messy. His eyes, despite the fact that he definitely looks tired and exhausted, there's a reserved energy and just Will behind them, and his skin tone is darker than what would generally be found in this area. He's got like more of like a cinnamon skin color. He's got a couple scars and marks on his face, and his eyes are noticeably a bright yellow in their iris.
Yeah, and here I will over in the gallery of the narrator. I will post so at
Here, I'll post it. Don't worry.
Chongus. I already got it. That's kind of what Dustin looked like, but basically like a couple, almost like 6 months to a year ago.
Yeah.
But he's
And
kind of
also-
filled out since then.
Yeah, and he has a long black ponytail.
Okay. So
Yeah.
then next to go would be Dipper, but I think Dipper, you have a mask on, correct?
Yes. So Dipper.
Do you have that art, by the
he's-
way, of your character when? Is that what your character art is on your sheet? I forget.
Never mind.
The one on my sheet is like the old one. I have one in player resources, but technically he wouldn't see his face yet.
Do you have the one where you have
But-
your mask?
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, that one is also in player resources. 1 second.
If you
That
snag
was
that-
my profile picture a second ago. But
Okay.
hold on.
And then
I'll
I
put
can
it
go
in the
ahead and
gallery.
post. So me and Will made. So that's what Dipper kind of looks like. And then this is what Vengeword kind of looks like. I should mention though that so this is a little character designer tool for like a Hollow Knight themed character, and I should mention that obviously this is up to full scale, but that's kind of what his mask looks like, and he has this kind of draped cloak.
Let's see. So yeah, Dipper.
Obviously,
he
that's too
is-
adorable to actually. Oh my bad.
Yeah, he
He's
looks
very-
scary.
He's very small in stature. He's 5'7", kind of slender. You can't really see any of his skin except for his hands, but even then his hands are just kind of colorless and just frozen almost. But you can't really make out any of his features just because of his mask, but on his body you see a short sword on one side and a curved dagger on the other, sheathed, and then you see
The knife is like a karambit. I'm sorry, continue.
What about the curved dagger? So my headset actually fell off.
What'd you say?
Oh, my headset fell off. I missed
Oh.
the last part. My bad.
So he said he has a short sword and a curved knife that's a karambit on his belt,
Okay.
basically.
it's probably like a karambit, just a little like longer. But then you see a long sword on his back, and then also a short crossbow. He's just kind of a walking armory, I guess.
Nice.
Go.
Okay. Next to go would be Sirius.
Alright. So Sirius is kind of similar stature to Dipper, probably like a little bit taller by like a few inches. He's sort of curled up in a ball right now because I guess like his internal organs are pretty damaged. But from the little glimpses of his face that you could see, you could tell that he's a siren. His skin's a little bit more of a pale blue since he's kind of super cold, trying to warm up. There's a few markings on his face, just kind of seemingly indicating maybe like nobility or royalty or something like that. And he has this cloak which is a dark blue color with red roses on it, which you might be able to figure out.
So you would definitely actually make me a general knowledge check. This will be a level 1 for you. This will be a level
Me?
For you, Vengeword. This will be level 1.
And so, how many dice is that? 3?
So that would be. Do you have anything in general knowledge?
I don't.
Then it would be just a 3. Yeah.
Also
Other than
narrator.
that, he's also just kind of in travel gear. He has an intricate sword as well as an interesting looking dagger for catching swords.
So
That's
you
my
would,
role.
If you're more versed with weapons, you know that's a sword breaker.
yeah, and you would notice that this is obviously a siren. This is a member. It appears to be of House Roseblood, the major player in the south of Redguard, and basically the last Siren Kingdom that still kind of exists after the kind of very brutal civil war some 5,000 years ago in Redguard.
Oh, in that case, I'd give him a nod.
Yeah, your people have done extensive work with the Sirens.
Yeah, I recognize blood recognizes blood. You know what I'm saying?
Game recognizes game.
So
Also-
Seamus kind of returns the nod.
let's post. Where is
Serious?
Yeah, here I'll grab it real quick.
It's just from my sheet.
I'll just take a snip of it.
Doesn't have his
New.
cloak on, but it's good enough.
And
Okay.
narrator, I forgot to mention, but I don't know if it's how exposed it is, but Dipper never wrapped his dagger back up after he unwrapped it for luck the last session.
Yeah, so you would notice as a person who specializes in weapons, Vengeward, that the hilt of it, of Dipper's karambit knife, appears to be hollow, and you can see through it. It has this kind of thick glass chamber inside of it, and you're not too quite sure what goes in there, but you've seen similar-ish weapons like this before, where basically after stabbing somebody, you inject a fluid inside of them, and it could be whatever's housed within the hilt, which could be poison.
Oh, word! My teeth do that.
Okay, so next to go, Uhtred, would you like to describe yourself?
Yeah. So Uhtred is about like 5'10", 5'11". You would notice that he's wearing a guard's uniform from
No
Redguard.
longer a guard's uniform. This is a private's uniform.
Oh, I thought that was a private's uniform of the Red Legion. You notice that he's got an arming sword and a dagger. He lost one of them, sadly. A dagger on his belt. He has like brownish. He's got brownish eyes and kind of like muddled, like almost like light brown hair. And you would notice a necklace that's currently hanging out of his, like from around his neck, but out of his like uniform and stuff like that.
Okay.
And you don't see any visible scars on his face, but he's just kind of staring at the fire right now. Not really talking.
And then last to go would be Finacrio, and I will post your resource over in the gallery.
That is, I'm getting an actual commission, and so I'll actually have character art. But with Finacrio, he is a Kiki, and with his skin, all across it are these bright teal, kind of fluorescent lines all across it that indicate that he is a noble in the Meraki. He is also very devoid of color, which not a lot of no adult Meraki is. It's almost as if he's completely just gray, and his eyes are also completely devoid of color. He has gray irises, and the clothing that he wears, it's very noble. It has a lot of purple and teal colors. He's wearing this big, bloody, tattered cloak.
And
all
the
across
shambles
it
of
are-
armor, we should mention that too.
Yes. Oh yeah, he's still in that armor. He's completely in this bloody, gashed up armor that doesn't seem to prove any use, and it's just weighing him down at this point. There are these kind of symbols all across his attire in the language that Meraki use, in an assortment of colors, including yellow, red, purple. About Funaka's mannerisms, he seems to be very distant. His eyes seem to be darting everywhere. He doesn't seem to really trust anything, even really the people he's traveling with. He seems to be darting his eyes back and forth to each of them, seeing what they're doing, if they're going to do anything unexpected or crazy.
Gotcha.
Okay. And with that, I believe that is everybody. I will grab some art real quick, maybe for luck. This will work. Actually, his hair is supposed to be a bit blonde. Actually, that'll work.
As they're sitting around the fire, and they're starting to settle in, Destin's just gonna look over to Vengward and say, "You have any food?"
So, in very dramatic fashion, I sort of just light up like this. I'm just kidding. No.
You don't have and just you
No,
don't have
I'm
food.
just-
I would like to make something. Would everybody here make me a level 1 perception check?
Alrighty.
Do I get to?
It won't matter. Somebody will do it.
I got one.
This is more formality.
I definitely get it.
I got it.
Okay. You guys hear from outside a elk go an elk like screech in horror as it goes yeep yeep, and you hear like rustling around. Vendred, you've known that you set a trap outside in the adjacent tree line to try to grab some wildlife. It sounds like something has walked into your web.
Can I just point out that there was a very missed opportunity for Uhtred to get once again caught in a trap?
Well, I really wanted to trap one of you. I just felt like it wasn't the best way to say hello, but
That would have been fucking hilarious. So it would have been perfect of course.
But- I did set a trap to try and get some food, and it sounds like we do have some. You probably heard that just now.
Yeah, Destin nods and he stands up and says, "Where is it? I'll go get the thing."
So I relayed that information so that Destin can take care of it. I
Okay.
tell him to bring it back, and then I'll take care of it. I'll cut it up and everything, but I need to uncut up his friend real quick.
Destin nods and says, "Try not to kill him. He's already half dead."
So Dustin, he describes to you, and I would say, Vengeward, that you can attempt to do this. I believe, Zammy, it grabbed you and crushed you in its claws, correct?
Yes.
So a lot of the damage, unfortunately, is internal. Because he basically got smushed like a fucking tomato.
So I have a question. Can I use my Fellcraft for Toxic Craft, but can I make like Tylenol? Like, can I give him something that'll make him feel better? Can I give him something that'll
No.
make him at least feel better?
you could give him something to kill him.
Can you give him like a numbing toxin?
Yeah, like why can't I give him a numbing toxin? You know what I mean?
You could give him a toxin that paralyzes him.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Nice.
Well, I'll use like just a no. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is
Toxic
I'm
Craft
gonna-
is especially deadly. If you were trying to make something that could numb it stuff, that would be more the realm of blessings and Hemocraft and healing blood. But Toxic Craft is a pretty offensive Fellcraft.
okay. I just wanted to ask. All right, in that case, I'm just gonna stop the bleeding as best I can.
Okay. So let's do this. And actually, I'm gonna redact. I found better art for luck. This is better.
Is it just Kanye West?
Luck does kind of have Kanye West energy. Let's deal with the elk real quick. So, Dustin, you come across, you see there's this massive elk webbed. It's pretty surprising that these thin ass webs are trapping this thing, but it is tugging tremendously hard as the branches are like being pulled back and forth. Its legs are bound. This thing seems to have like ran full speed into this web outside and is belting its ass off. And as it approaches, it tries to pull harder and harder.
Yeah, Destin's not gonna like wait because he knows that if the web doesn't break, probably the branches will. So he's just gonna draw his sword, just dart forward, do a quick upward diagonal slash to its throat.
Okay, make me a combat roll.
Let's see here. My combat roll is large.
And this is versus. It can't defend, so this is versus a level 1. Because when you're restrained, you can't resist.
8d6 plus 3d4.
If we wanted to really cheese people, we should just
1,
trap them
2,
in
3,
stone.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 versus 1, so level 7. How do you want to do it?
Alright, he just goes up clean. You know that, well, I mean, from what Char looks like now, where it has that big jagged edge?
Yep.
He's gonna swing that up, just kind of like do a sort of a diagonal thrust into his throat, hook it in there, and just twist. Just pull it out.
And you see as his blood spills onto the white snow below, and it just is gonna try to struggle for another minute as it bleeds out, and it falls dead.
Yeah. During that time, so it didn't suffer too much, once it like collapses and starts fully bleeding out, Destin's just gonna come up and jab it into its brain, just kill it instantly.
Okay, so with that, just to save some time and stuff, we're gonna say that you are able to bring the elk back. You and everybody else collectively are able to kind of gut this thing and begin cooking meat on the fire. While that is all happening, can we go ahead? I would like. Can you make me? I would like you, Vengeward, to make me a survival check assisted by Webcraft.
Okay, so let me look at what that is real quick.
So what you'll do is you'll roll your survival check first, and then you'll roll your Webcraft, and then you'll deduct 3.
So that's 3 plus what?
So it should be whatever's on your sheet for survival should be accurate right now. So that's a 1, okay. And then go ahead and make me a, and I should specify this is a level 3, this is specialized. So now what you need to do is make your Webcraft check. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got a +2 from that, so you make it. So you get a level 3 victory. So what you did there is we summed up the 1 from your survival check, and we summed up the 5 from your Webcraft check. Then we went ahead and so we summed those up. You had 6 wins, and we deducted 3, so you got a level 3 win. So does that kind of make sense how assists work? We were talking about the other day, but basically because you're so good at this other thing, it helps you do other things better. And you are able to, you can, I'll say for this purposes, you're able to stabilize Funakrio. So any damage, any like parts of the crushed armor and metal from Funakrio's shield that had pierced into his flesh, there are about 3 big wounds on his body that you can see. You can see that he's like starting to turn kind of bruised purple underneath. But you are able to at least fix the flesh wounds on the outside that are bleeding. And so, Zami, you are stabilized now. You are not going to die from bleeding, but you have broken bones and stuff.
Broken bones.
I'll say that with the webbing and stuff, he's maybe able to make a cast for like one of your arms and your legs into a tree branch. So you're on the mend, but God, you're fucked up.
Uhtred, can you go into Dipper's bag and get the notebook and a quill?
Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and go into Dipper's bag, I guess, while he's asleep, and grab the notebook and
Dipper,
quill.
okay, Dipper's bag is on him, and he is most definitely gonna wake
Oh,
up
God.
when you try to do this.
Oh, well, it'll be a stealth check versus your perception.
Oh my God.
Is he trying to do it stealthily?
You can
No,
you guys can auto fail. You can auto fail.
I auto fail. I'm gonna go in and try to get it. Or yeah, I'm gonna go in and try to
Dipper
get it.
kind of like jolts up and then sees that it's just Uhtred, and he's like, "All right, it's okay."
I'm just gonna be like, Dipper, Funakrio just wants the notebook.
He rips out a piece of paper and gives it to him. He's not giving him the notebook.
My
though.
character
Yeah,
back
that's fair.
in.
Here,
I'm sorry.
set yourself down.
Then I'm going to walk back over and give it to Funakrio.
Give me 1 second. I'll put you in
Okay.
there. Just stop.
Funakrio
Stop moving.
paper.
Stop moving. Here, don't move. There you go.
And he's going to turn over to Vengeward. He's going to lay the piece of paper out on like a rock, and he is going to write at the top of the page, Vengeward -Goraki. Vengeward, I have a couple of questions. First of all, how old are you?
Luck kind of looks at Funakrio and like looks to Vengeford.
I just literally don't answer.
And Luck is gonna like put his hand on the notebook for Funakrio and be like, Funakrio, I don't think this is the time for that.
No. I need to know this. I need to.
I think this can wait for tomorrow. Besides, there's business to discuss. As he kind of looks to Vengeward with a nod.
Yeah, so basically, as far as all the able-bodied people go, I kind of gather their attention real quick with a clap, and I'm really annoying about it. Like, here,
So-
we're having a good time. I have a request.
Luck is gonna kind of lean back on the webbing and kind of like wait for you to make your proposition.
So, I am I am a hired gun, so to speak, for the nobility, and
Well, not
you've
hired gun,
probably
hired knife. There are no guns.
hired knife. Excuse
What's a
me.
gun?
Do you have these guns?
I don't know. I don't know. What is that? Anyways, the nobility, some of which I notice are among us, and essentially, you've probably heard of this group of bandits called the Lancers that have been popping up left and right, raiding, raping,
Uhtred
pillaging.
just lets out a laugh. Yeah, they're gone.
Oh, are you so sure?
We had
Yes.
dealings with them.
We killed them.
There
Most
is
of them.
there is one camp left.
No,
And I have
you
been-
you would know Venjor from your intelligence you've gathered. They've been popping up all over the place.
Oh yeah. So there's at least a good chance that their leader is nearby.
Well,
And
no,
I've been
you
contracted-
don't know that. you know
I don't necessarily
Oh, so, okay, never
think
mind.
that they know that. I'm
Fair
trying to
enough.
get help here.
I see.
Spoiler alert. It would be fantastic if this motherfucker was dead. And it's probably gonna be pretty easy. They're basic. What is a very offensive term for weakling?
Mudbloods.
They're basically mudbloods that are uppity, and I don't know. They've definitely been weakened, and if you've been killing them too, that kind of makes sense because I kind of get that sense as well. But we can steal their food and get real food. They've got equipment and shit. Like it's just not going to be that big of a deal. But I think that if you guys and myself team up here, not only can I get paid, we can help each other out. My horse died. I've been trapped here for a little while. My abilities aren't super well equipped to deal with the situation. I won't get into it, but I'm gonna need a little help. And
Luck's
I'm
gonna look at you
compelled
and
by
go.
honor.
He's gonna look at you. And I'll continue. I'm sorry.
And I'm just saying, basically, I'm compelled by honor to complete this request, and I legitimately might die. But if you help me out, I'll give y'all some good shit in exchange.
Luck's gonna go. I want something specific in exchange.
Let's hear it.
A life for a life.
You want me to kill someone for you?
He's gonna kind of ponder. More of protect some people.
I must accept by honor.
He kind of nods.
If we succeed. If we succeed.
He's gonna look around. He's gonna lean to you and whisper something that I will DM to you.
Okay.
Give me one. Actually, I'm just gonna drag you over into whispers. 1 second.
What's up, Doug?
So he's going to lean in close to you, Luck, and he's gonna say, "They will help you kill the man you seek. In return, you owe them a life debt, and will protect them until they finish their mission.
What is their mission, if I can know?
To find someone close to me."
Oh, by the way, you're like so quiet. I can't.
Oh, I
hear
am.
you.
I'm sorry. He said to find somebody that is dear to me.
Okay,
They
that's fine.
will try. However, I will leave later tonight. They are not capable of doing what needs to be done, but they will try to go do this thing anyways. I will go ahead and do it myself. Stay with them and protect them while they try this mission.
I assume I cannot tell them.
No. Do we have a deal?
What do I say when you leave?
A surprise.
Okay, I'm just gonna pretend like I. What they're gonna think I did it.
They won't. They know me.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll make it quite evident. But they will help you, and in return, you will protect them until this person is found and their jobs are complete. After that, you are no longer bound by duty.
Okay.
Kind of nods. Okay, we drag you back over.
You more thirsty?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another?
Buy more drinks.
So Luck and Venjord kind of lean in and whisper something,
Do a
and
kiss.
they talk for about 10 to 15 seconds, and they both like quite quickly come to whatever agreement they had, and they shake
Are they, like-
hands.
Are they like giggling and like looking at us?
No.
Like,
Oh, you
is Luck like twirling his hair?
Unfortunately, no. Luck looks very morose, actually. And he is going to go ahead and kind of say, then the deal's been struck. He kind of looks. Food is necessary. He kind of looks at the food that you guys are eating. I have made a deal. He kind of looks to you all. You're going to help him.
Destin just looks to him and just shrugs and takes another like huge bite out of the like leg of elk he's eating and just says, so long as it gets us the hell out of the winter, I'll be fine with it. We still got progress to make. Can't take too long.
Look and looks.
Dipper-
While this food is good, I would advise possibly hunkering down for the winter. It is obvious that, as he looks to everyone, that we are not capable of moving through this climate at this time.
And where are you off to, Luck?
Luck kind of leans back. Who said I was going anywhere?
Before you
Right.
whispered, you said protection. It's quite clear you don't think we can handle ourselves, which we probably can't. But as I kind of like sit back, there's a whole war being fought right now because they think you're dead.
There's a war being fought because they don't know where I am or where she is. The war
Both.
will happen regardless.
The captain I spoke to in the Red Legion told me that your father was marching on Redwall because they thought you're got a spike in your head and you're buried 6 feet under. As I take another bite,
He kind of leans forward a little bit impressed with your political savviness, and Luck kind of gestures. It's true that my father marches on Redwall for those reasons, but you must understand that it's a little bit bigger than that. This has been a long time coming. Both sides, various players on both sides, have been waiting for a conflict like this to happen. This is, in some ways, inevitable. You
you know what someone told me multiple times? There's always a choice.
He says,
This conflict
"Don't
could
you
be
use
ended."
those fucking words to me. I'm not the one who failed in my duties," as he points his finger at you. You did.
It's true, I failed.
Not only
But
did you
isn't it-
fail, but you failed the one thing you had to do, and you failed. And now look, we're freezing our asses off in the middle of nowhere, and she's somewhere out there right now, and we don't know what could be happening right now. You're all slowing me down, as he kind of like gets loud, and
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
can't
stand up.
protect you anymore just because you were Kilroy's. And he kind of like holds his tongue back as he's disclosed too
I'm
much.
gonna stand up and go, because I was Kilroy's friend, then go. Go find Vex without us. It's fine. We'll fucking continue on. As I walk out.
As you attempt to walk out.
Destin looks over at that. He just sighs and stands up slowly and just starts walking out after him. Just looking
No,
really
and Luck's gonna
annoyed.
stand up, sit down as he gestures to Dustin. This is personal.
He's gonna look. Back
Don't
to,
test me. As Luck's eyes like glow. This is not the time.
Problem is that it's personal.
You know who
Job
Luck
too.
really reminds me of?
And Destin's gonna step outside. I can't teleport right
Well,
now.
Grant, I can't hear what you said. What'd you say?
Destin's just gonna look. Destin's not even phased at all by these. Just says,
Luck is gonna, if you try to walk outside, Luck is gonna summon his sword in front of you and like block your path and go, "I told you to sit."
Destin's gonna look back and says, "The problem is that it's personal for you. You're not thinking straight."
I am
This is a
thinking as
job.
clear as ever. Look at you, mercenary. You think you're better than me somehow? You're a child murderer. Do you know the things that you've done? As he kind of like pushes you back with his sword. I'm not waiting any longer. This is between me and my, and he kind of slows, and Uhtred.
Dipper stands up and he kind of like comes behind Destin and he says, "Listen, I think he's being pretty explicit. Just let them handle it, all right?"
Destin's just gonna look to Dipper and look back to Locke and just say, "I'll be listening."
No, you won't. As he's gonna step forward, and he's gonna point to Sirius. Sirius, follow me. We have to talk about something as well.
Serious?
Sirius kind of begrudgingly stands up. You could kind of tell that he's wincing in pain. And he'll just kind of mutter under his breath, "Life is never easy."
He's gonna
Luck-
step over here, and he's gonna see Uhtred over there.
I'm sitting down just right here on the cliff edge.
And he's gonna kind of motion for you to wait right there, Sirius. And he's gonna step over here. And he's gonna go over here and kind of step down. And you see as Luck kind of dismisses his blade and kind of stands up beside you, almost like annoyed. And he's like, "Does that make you happy, walking away? That's not how adults talk to people, Uhtred. You're supposed to be better than that. We're supposed to be better than that. We're Angelkin. We're better than all of them." He kind of looks you up and down. "Do you have anything to say for yourself for any of this?"
I'm gonna look at him and go, "I'm sorry, my lord.
"I'm not your lord anymore. You're one of us." And he grabs you by your shirt. "You need to understand that. We're the same now. You're..."
I don't." Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, Jack.
As he's like grabbing your shirt, he like is like grabbing your shirt, and he's gonna like reach into your shirt and hold the amulet. "This thing you keep looking at," he kind of looks at it, "this is why you're important. Do you understand?" And he kind of like looks you like with dead seriousness in his eyes.
Look, I don't know how to be what I'm supposed to be.
He's gonna kind of let
No.
go. "I know you can't. That's why I'm gonna take care of this for you. You might not know this, Oh, go ahead."
I was gonna say, Luck, what you said in there is right. I've done nothing but fail my whole life, and I'm tired of it. I failed at protecting my mother. I watched her die. I failed the people I was close to in Crossroads. And they caused this whole fucking shitstorm.
He kind of like looks. "What did you say?"
The attack
He
was
kind of
carried out.
slowly lets go to you as you continue to talk.
By people I knew got wrapped up in this stuff after I got dragged to Redwall.
"You knew them?"
I don't. In another life, yes.
He's gonna grab you by your collar and drag you away from everybody over here, and just manhandle you over here as he's like he's gonna throw you up against
I'm
this.
not fighting him. I'm not
Throws you
fighting
up against
him.
this tree, and he goes, "You never say a word of this to anyone. Do you hear me? No one can ever know."
I'm nodding my head.
Since he's
Yes.
over here, I'm gonna drag you into Whispers.
I felt like there was no better person to tell this to than Luck.
He's gonna grab you by your collar. "You matter to people now. Do you know what this means?" As he grabs this thing around your chest.
I have no idea what it is. It's something my mother wore.
It's better that you don't know then. He's gonna drop it. Yes, it's true. I'm only here. I thought I was here out of an obligation to someone who was special to me. And he cared about you and all of you here. And I thought in some fucked up way that I could try to finish something he started. But I'm realizing now that I can't protect you all and protect her as well. You are all too weak. You're not strong enough. I thought maybe you guys could. I thought that you could, but look at what happened last night. You're not fighters. You're not warriors. You're children pretending. He looks at it. You know, you can't show this to anyone. All you fucking did was look at this thing. You don't think I noticed this?
What is it?
I won't tell you what it is, but I'll tell you what it means. He kind of leans in close. It means that I will always take care of you, brother. And he's gonna kind of turn, and he's gonna walk back to the fire.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, you see as... I'm assuming, Uhtred, you're just stunned shockless at the tree.
Yeah, kind of.
And Luck's gonna walk back over here, and he's gonna motion to Sirius.
Sirius is kind of leaning up against this tree, and he kind of pushes himself off and just kind of walks over. What is it?
He's gonna look behind him, and say, "We need to have a talk privately." And he's gonna walk over this way.
Yeah,
Go-
separate the party. Everyone gets a tree.
Everyone gets a tree. He's gonna step over here. I'll drag you into whispers real quick.
Plant a tree, baby.
Luck's gonna kind of walk over and look at you and go, "It's been a while since we've talked in private, Sirius, hasn't it?"
Oh,
Can you hear me?
you're cutting out.
Oh, I'm sorry. He says, "It's been a while since we've talked in private, Sirius, isn't it? Been a good couple years."
Sirius just kind of doesn't say anything. He just kind of clenches his chest. The events of a few years ago are really hard to get out of my head.
He's gonna kind of step forward and look at you. "I want to remind you of something, and then I want to tell you a truth. Back then, you came to me, remember? We made a deal. I would help you find your friend, and in exchange, at some point, I would call upon a favor from you. Do you remember this deal?"
Sirius kind of looks him in the eyes and says, "Of course I remember that deal."
He nods. He's gonna step forward a little bit closer. "You know, I can't tell you how impressed I've been with this entire thing. You've been so good at it. I even started to believe for a second there, but no." He looks up and down. "The first time we met, you know, a noble, they don't dine the way that you dined that day. Somebody that's lived their entire life, drilled with etiquette, proper manners. But that day, the first time we met, back in Tearstone Castle, you weren't like them. You ate like a fucking beggar." He's gonna kind of step forward. "I know, and I have always known. You can't hide from me. I know what you are."
Sirius just kind of looks super confused
I know.
at him. He says, what do you mean?
He kind of like laughs to himself. Do you actually not remember? Have you lost yourself so in your fucking delusion? Oh my gosh, as he chuckles to himself. This is amazing. You really don't know, do you?
What do you mean?
He's gonna kind of
Sirius
laugh.
kind of takes a step back a bit, kind of clenches his chest in pain.
Well, this will make the next part far easier. Your name is not Sirius Roseblood. You know that, don't you, deep down? You're some fucking Doppler peasant or something. I can tell. I've had my people watching you. You're the perfect tool to get done what I need done. But you can't remember. Here, as he's gonna go ahead and reach into his pocket, and you see he pulls out what appears to be this silver ring. Aren't you curious to know what you've forgotten? Don't you want to remember? Just touch the silver. Remember.
Sirius just kind of freezes up for a moment when he sees the ring. And he kind of raises his hand a bit tremblingly, and he just kind of grabs it with his other hand and says, I don't think it's healthy to touch silver.
He's gonna laugh. You can live in your delusion. That actually might benefit this more. But you owe me a debt of life. I helped you find your friend, which led to the death of my uncle. But you got your revenge, I can tell, didn't you? He looks into your eyes. You see, you hide from everybody else, but I know deep down, you're just as bad as him, wasn't it? How did you do it? I never asked who it was, but you did kill the man who took your friend from you, didn't you? What did you say his name was? Belford? And you kind of feel this kind of like hit to your consciousness as you hear this name.
Yeah, Sirius kind of steps back a bit, like sort of dizzy,
His name was
lightheaded.
Belford, right? He was your servant, right? You
That
were
he was.
friends, right? He would never betray you or do anything, right? We found him that day in that sewers, right? He had your face, right? Sirius's face, right?
Yes, he did.
See, he kind of steps forward. Oh, fuck it. He kind of laughs. You'll figure it out sooner enough. But I am calling this dead in. I need you to kill somebody. Somebody that only you can get access to. I need you to kill Priscilla Roseblood, your stepmother. That is the debt that you must pay for what I did for you all the way back then. A life for a life.
Why would I kill my own mother? Sirius kind of is breathing super heavily now.
Well, it doesn't
He doesn't
really
know what to
matter.
think.
You don't have a choice. I told you I would call this debt up someday, and this is the debt.
But why? What did she ever do?
She is quite the spider. She's been pulling some strings. She's been manipulating some things that I've become aware of. She needs to be dealt with. He kind of looks to you. And I'm sure you will keep this discreet. I don't want anybody knowing about this. And if you're ever asked, well, I will deny this completely, of course. But you will kill her for me. Because if you don't, as he draws his sword to you, I will kill you.
Sirius kind of stands there speechless for a moment. And he sort of closes his eyes and like grabs his head seemingly trying to remember something, but it's just sort of not coming to him. He kind of grabs his hair for a second and then just kind of lets go. Just kind of looks up to Luck and says, "If that's what you want."
Good dog.
Belford was a close friend to me,
He's gonna laugh.
and I want to keep his legacy going.
My God, man. You truly are lost, aren't you? Well, that's okay. It'd probably be better this way. You might be useful yet. And he's gonna like pat you on the shoulder and like dismiss his blade and pat you on the shoulder. That's all for now. But the next time you see her, I need this done. I'm fairly certain that... He kind of looks around. You're what? A month's travel from Tent City? I'm fairly certain that Vex is somewhere further south, or at least that's what my spies have been telling me. As he's kind of gonna go ahead and pull out like a piece of paper out of his pouch. You take care, Sirius, and if you take care of this for me, then I won't have to kill you. And who knows? Maybe something good can come out of this. I promise you, as he kind of pats your shoulder, it couldn't happen to a meaner lady. And he's gonna kind of turn around. Is there anything else?
Sirius just kind of looks a little lost. No.
Good. And he's gonna kind of turn and step off. And also leave you
Seriously,
shocked by
just
the tree.
Yeah, he's kind of stand there for a moment. And he's even gonna like, his back's gonna hit the log and just kind of slide down and sit down.
Okay, I'm gonna drag you back over.
Heading south is all I know.
Okay, so Luck walks away from Sirius, who is also now fucking like slumped at the tree. He didn't touch him or anything, but he's like left outside. And you could see whatever Luck said to Sirius like shocked him. And now Sirius is like leaning on the tree. And Luck is gonna kind of step forward and like look off into the night sky. He's gonna look to you, Uhtred, and go, "Be safe." And he's gonna go ahead. He's gonna summon angel wings, and you see as this like brilliant display of like luminescent wings comes off his back, and he's gonna nod to you, and he's gonna fly off.
I'm gonna nod back.
Oh, and as he's like flying in midair, I did say you would help that guy in there. As he kind of like is hovering in midair. Be careful, and he's gone, and he flies off. And actually, the last thing he'll say is he says, "I will find her."
Destin watches him fly off and just shrugs, and just walks back over and sits back down.
I'm gonna go try to get Sirius from the tree.
Actually, Sirius is out there. I definitely go try to get Sirius too.
Well,
Sirius doesn't really
you
seem to
weren't really
recognize-
outside, were you?
No, he was inside still.
Yeah, Grant, you didn't
Yeah.
see any of this. You were inside.
Oh, okay. Back inside I go.
Sirius doesn't really seem to recognize that Uhtred's walking up to him. He just
I'm
seems to
gonna,
be in the
like-
world of his own thoughts.
I'm gonna try to like snap my fingers in front of him. Sirius.
He's not really responding.
I'm gonna tap him. Sirius.
Sirius just kind of jolts and says, "Oh, Uhtred."
Come on, let's head back inside.
Yeah, it's
It's cold
why am I
out
down
here.
here.
You were talking to
Jeez.
Luck.
Oh, guess I was. Sirius seems a little bit bewildered at the fact, but then he just kind of stands up and
Come on.
–
starts walking.
Uhtred, can you make me a perception check?
Yes. Fuck. These never end out well. I mean, like, I roll good, but they usually are for fucked up shit.
2.
And I didn't roll good. What?
Can you roll me a
You
d20,
jinxed it.
Sirius?
Oh, that roll. I did.
Oh god. We're fucked. We're about to die.
Nice edge, baby.
Hold on. Yeah, that's technically not good. Uhtred, you notice as you and Sirius are walking back that when Sirius like fell and slumped up against the tree, you can see something slipped out of his bag over here by the tree. It looks like there's a and Sirius, why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check as well? It's only fair.
Okay. Perception. I'm still tired and injured.
Better than me.
Oh, that's fucking perfect. You see also that there is your journal. You can't quite actually at the moment you can't remember what's in your journal. You see your journal over in the snow as you see Sirius or Uhtred turn around and begin walking over to go pick it up.
Sirius kind of runs as fast as he can to pick it up.
Well, you're
I'm not gonna
injured.
read it.
As
I'm not gonna read it.
As you pick
Yeah.
it up, you can see Sirius. It's like opened in the snow because it's fallen
I'm not
out.
looking at it. I'm
well,
not looking at
that's
it.
fine. But just by tertiarily looking at it, you don't look at what reads there, but like the entire page, like page to page on both sides, is the same thing written, like 50 times. You don't look. 5, 4, 3, 2. It says, "My name is Sirius Roseblood. I am the first in my house," and it's something like that. But then you lose it right as Sirius comes up behind you and grabs the book.
Here, you dropped this in the snow as I was like pretending I was just picking it up for
But
him.
he just snags it away from you.
Sirius doesn't really say anything, and he just kind of keeps walking.
Okay.
Vengeward awkwardly joins the interaction. What's up, Doug?
Hey guys, Venture here.
What's up?
Well,
Sirius doesn't
where's
really
this
seem to
camp
say
at?
anything.
Yeah, let's discuss that.
Okay, so you guys come on over here, and for the purposes of expediting this a little bit, since Luck has already agreed, so you guys, what the general thing is, you guys kind of realize that like even this elk you got here now, it's good, but like you guys are desperately low on supplies. And from what Vengeward kind of tells you about this bandit camp that is not too far from here, it's in an old mine. And this mine, apparently, like these apparently from what the information that Vengeward has gathered, they've been hitting various caravans. Quite the similar MO as, if you remember, the Lancers that you guys encountered. And they've been hitting caravanners and taking up all these goods. Part of the reason why there's been such a detriment of supplies in the region is because of these bandits have been just raiding and crippling all of these caravans. So, Luck has kind of promised, it seems, or at least what Venger implies, that you guys are going to help him do this, and in return, Vengeward says that, well, why don't you say that, Vengeward? Like, what did you and Luck agree, kind of?
Told him that I would keep a watchful eye on the party.
Yeah. So basically, you guys are helping him take care of his problem. He's helping you guys find ample supplies and food to wait out the winter, and that is the deal. So what we can do is, if you guys would like, there's nothing stopping you guys. You guys have an entire elk. So if you guys wanted to just kind of rest and recuperate for the next like day or two, we can pass that time in game, and people can heal if they have healing factor, and kind of wait out.
Regain all of our light and ichor.
Exactly. So
I vote for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's go ahead and take care of everybody's injuries and everything. So everybody is able to eat their fill of elk. Now, there are 6 ravenously hungry people in this tent. So I'm going to say, let's say that you guys pass 3 days. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, in 3 days, between the 6 of you eating, and like when you're hungry and you're like injured like this, you can keep eating and eating and eating because your ichor is burning this up to regenerate and fix your body. I'm going to go ahead and say, so let's start with people who are injured. Finakro, you have a level 3 injury?
Yes.
Were you ever able to, and actually we'll do this, do you have any ichor?
I have no ichor.
Okay, we can say you ate some food, which is going to let you regenerate 1 ichor. Would you go ahead, if you are able to activate a healing factor, then over the next couple of days, you can heal back to pristine health.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and make you that roll. And I believe the challenge level on that is going to be a level 2 for healing factor.
And with this, I still have my level 3 injury and exhaustion, correct?
The exhaustion will pass, we'll say. After eating food, resting by the fire, and warming up, we're going to say the exhaustion has passed.
Okay.
You fucking fail.
I would like to use 1 destiny point.
Good idea. So you burned your 1 ichor. So right now your body is on the mend. It's basically like a jump start to your system to get healing. Okay. So I'm going to say over the next 3 days, and remind me, Sirius, did you have a healing factor already?
I believe I did, yes.
Okay. So over the next couple of days, you guys are able to, and you have to do it every day, but I'm assuming once you guys can do it the first day, it's far easier the next day as you guys recover. So over the next 3 days, everyone is able to recuperate. You guys are able to regenerate all of your ichor. You're able to regenerate all of your wounds, and you obviously don't regain any of your armor or anything.
Yeah, that would be pretty OP though.
That would be pretty
Only.
OP. So
I was
you
about
got
to say, I actually want to try and repair the armor for Fankari.
so you Finacrio, so you actually
yeah.
can't repair that. It is like trash. Like it is like
Can I give him new armor?
you could
Because I
try.
do have leather working,
You could try to
and
make
we do
him
have
some.
elk. We could
We
make
do have
the
elk.
leather. We
You
can
c-
make him new armor.
Do
I
you
have
have-
that skill.
Do you have leatherworking tools?
I thought I did, don't I?
I didn't add it to your sheet, but we can say that
Oh,
you
I
did.
thought I explicitly asked for it.
We can
But-
say that you have that in sheet. So we can say over the next 3 days, we'll make you a check. So would you like to make, so over the next 3 days, with your leatherworking supplies and a full elk, I will allow you to, and also because you also can make webbing, which can act as like stitching and stuff, I will allow you to try to make Finacrio. I will let you make him his van braces and his pauldrons. So that is chest armor, pauldrons, and then also full arm armor out of the. And actually, no, we can say you can try to make him like chest armor, arm armor, and leg armor all made from leather. Okay. So this is gonna be.
assist.
And
Uh,
Destin,
so you can't assist. This is leatherworking. You don't have any
can
proficiency
I
in
have
leatherworking.
armor. At least I can, at the very least, I can be an extra pair of hands.
can Destin though?
let me
Can
think.
he take care of my dagger and sword?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Dustin, like you can't really assist with this. You don't have any tools. You have armor, but this is like making something from complete scratch. You're good at maintaining armor, but like you're used to like forging metal armor, and this is using like purely untanned leather because basically he's gonna process this leather. Ooh, that's another thing. Like, doesn't it
Can
take
you
a while
process
to
that in 3 days?
doesn't it take
We
a
have 3 days.
yeah, I think it takes about 3 days to process leather. So we'll extend it to 4 days and say you guys are really recuperating. Go ahead and make me a leatherworking check. This is going to be so okay. If you want to just make so for every additional piece of armor you make, there's 3 pieces of armor to make. If you want to make just 1, then it's a level 2. If you want to make 3, that'll be a level 4. So basically, to make 1 piece, it's a level 2. To make 2 pieces, it's a level 3, and to make 3 pieces, it's a level 4.
Hey Jack, where's that sheet with all the stuff, like all the items and stuff?
It should be over on the catalog. It should be over. I post it in general.
Hey Destin, can you
I'm gonna make,
like try to repair my swords?
Yeah, 1 second. I gotta find the catalog.
So what actually we could do there is you could just roll, and whatever you succeed on is how much stuff you make.
Okay, so how many do I enhance this with webcraft in any way? Or do I have to use all other ones?
You can assist with webcraft, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and Destin's gonna spend a couple of days. Well, he's gonna first
Wow.
off-
Whoa. So
oh
wait,
my
wait. So,
God.
so did you just add all your dice together?
Yep.
Okay, so that is. Oh, I missed it. It closed. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 minus 3 is 2. So you only got the base one. So you are. I will let you make the him a mundane leather. So you're gonna make him. So just kind of the you don't have ideal working conditions. You're working with leather that just isn't treating quick enough, especially in the cold, since you're basically having to use the fire to keep to dry this leather out. You are able to make Finacrio a mundane leather cuirass and pauldron, so like chest protection essentially.
Sounds good to me. It's, not bad for the fact that this is only my hobby, right? I
Exactly.
just picked this up because it's fun.
Yeah.
So I have equipped that to your sheet, and I've added durability to your leather cuirass and pauldrons, Finacrio.
Nice. Yeah, no, I really love leatherworking. It's my real passion in life. Building comes second. So if somebody ever wants to be leather.
Yeah.
You know what? Vanguard reminds me of is that the dude's like, oh no, here I go killing again.
Exactly.
So, during these next couple days, while everyone's resting, Destin is gonna like repair some weapons. Or, like,
Okay,
yeah, anyone has
whose
any, like,
weapons are you
damaged
repairing?
weaponry.
I asked him to repair mine.
Yep. Destin is going to.
Ooh, that's
attempt to
really
repair-
bright. Oh my gosh, that's really
Why is
bright.
it so bright?
Man,
Actually, why is everything so faded?
it's because it's the frozen effect.
I gotcha. All right, Destin is going to repair.
Oh, what?
Oh, stop! Why are you stabbing me?
Oh,
I'll
I'm just.
stab you too.
I didn't mean to stab you. I'm just trying to like see what all I can do.
Okay, so Grant, which weapons you want to repair?
Which weapons does Uhtred have?
Yep.
A arming sword, and I have Asher's Abolic dagger. I want
Okay.
repaired.
So how damaged are they?
13 out of 15 durability on both.
Oh, so these are pretty easy. So I will say, what kind of tools do you have to repair with, Dustin?
I have my whetstone, which really should be all you need to.
Yeah, this should be
sharpen, brief. Yeah.
So on your sheet right now, Uhtred. Oh, their durability is different than it is up on the combat sheet. So yeah, I will make this over 4 days. Yeah, this will be a level 1 check.
Yeah. Let's see. So this is gonna be weaponsmithing, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Let's see. That's 3 plus. Yeah. So that's gonna be a boop.
Yeah, super
Yeah, I got
easy.
2.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's
3.
you're easily these are barely they've barely lost their edge.
Yeah, and also while on top of doing that, he's gonna try to put an edge on his sword.
Oh no.
Okay. Make me a roll. Just make me a roll.
Okay. Let's see. Do I have anything that can help with this? No, I don't.
The
Oh god.
can-do attitude.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I could. No, that's this. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay, this is just an weapon. Okay, that's a 4.
It does nothing.
Shit.
You do notice.
Okay.
Roll me a d20.
Okay, come on. Can I spend a destiny point?
No, roll your d20.
12.
Okay. You see guys as Dustin over the next couple days tries to repair his sword, and he's just so frustrated. And actually, as you do this, Dustin, you wear down, you actually stop because you realize you're wearing out your whetstone trying to fix this blade. For whatever reason, it's fucking just won't fucking budge. You can't put a better edge on this thing. And you see as Dustin kind of he's like fuck, and he's gonna stand up angrily and walk outside as he's been doing this for hours trying to fix the sword. You guys instead, you see as Dustin's blade kind of falls next to the fire, and you see as this faint kind of glow from the cracks on the blade begin to form.
Yeah, I guessed as much.
And Dustin, you walk back in. You haven't seen this yet. You're just pissed off.
Yeah. That's just gonna angrily he's rubbing his eyes. He looks incredibly pissed right now. These past couple of weeks have been hard and annoying, and he's been keeping all his emotions just bottled up. So he's just kind of seething right now. He's reaches down, pulls his sword out. It just looks at it, just kind of furious at it. But then he just notices that it's actually slightly lit. He's confused. He just sits down and looks at it and just looks at the other and says, "What happened?"
Destin, maybe it's time for us to find you another sword until we can get that one properly fixed.
No! He just immediately shouts out and looks dead into Ichir's eyes.
I was just saying until we can get it fixed.
This is my sword. He's gonna look at it, and look back to the fire. He's gonna hold it out and put the tip of it into the fire.
You see, as the fire touched it, there's almost like this stream of web lines going down the blade where it was like shattered before and reforged itself to hold together, and you can see as like it's drinking the fire.
It's like putting out the fire as I'm doing that.
No, it's literally like the
That
tip.
would be
the
hilarious.
tip of the tip of the blade is like, because it's just a tip, right?
That's the tip.
And you can see as like the flame is almost like tracking up and along the blade, and like you can see as it's being pulled into like the fire. It's still being burnt. It's still burning, but it's being pulled into the sword.
Destin pulls it back before it like drinks all the fire. He's gonna look at it.
Well, it's more like drinking the heat that the fire is producing.
Like enough that it could threaten to put it out if I left
We could experiment.
it there. I mean, I don't. Lighting a fire in these kind of conditions probably ain't too easy. Destin's just gonna look at that.
You do notice, you look at the blade, because you were holding there for like maybe 5 minutes or something. You can see as, and you fucking know every edge, every teeny nick in this blade at this point. You can see that some of them are a little bit smaller, and you can see a little bit of an edge some places.
Destin's just gonna immediately, his eyes go wide with like surprise and excitement. He's gonna immediately stand up and walk outside. And that tree that Uhtred knocked down when he was being shit at sneaking, hey, considering it's probably like dead and frozen, it's probably pretty dry, right?
It is dead. You'd have to make a survival. You want to make a survival check?
I will make a survival check.
This will be a level 2. Uncommon. Yeah, you can tell that this tree has been dead like multiple seasons, and it is dry to the bone.
Good, perfect. All right, Destin's he's immediately gonna pull off his helmet. He's gonna start digging a hole in the snow, and he's gonna try to start building what's it called? It's like that fire where you have like the big divot underneath it and the wood on top. I forget what that's called, but he's gonna start trying to do that.
I don't know what that is. You'll have to tell me.
Okay, it's basically what it is. You basically dig
and
a
it was
hole.
this tree.
Yeah. You dig a hole, you put logs over the hole, and then you light them on fire. And what it does is that keeps air circulation, so the fire gets really hot really fast.
Do you have a name? Because I can't let you do the Vince. What happened that one time with Vince? Remember when he tried to make the gas?
Chlorine gas.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. You just want to say you're trying to set the tree on fire?
Yeah, he's gonna stack up a bunch of the logs.
I mean, you have a blazing fire in here, so you could totally take some stuff and.
He's gonna stack a bunch of these logs. Go probably bring a couple back inside.
Okay, so the tree is still a tree. There isn't like nice easy log. Like, you have to cut this somehow.
Well,
it'd be great if you guys had Hugh.
Yeah. Wait, we lost. Yeah.
Alright, you know, let's just do this. Because you realize your sword can't break at this point. We're gonna say over these couple days, you've just kind of been doing this. You can use the sword to chop because it doesn't seem like it'll break no matter what. So you just manhandle this tree and okay, let's just make a survival check. So this will be because over multiple days of you stacking stuff up, and I'm assuming other people help. Let's say this is a level 3, specialized.
Okay. Don't make me spend all my destiny points.
Oh god.
I'm gonna spend my destiny points.
My god.
I have 2. You know what? This is his father's sword. It's worth it. I'm spending 2 destiny points.
Fuck. So you go ahead, and you're able to make this giant, burn pile, basically, with these wooden logs. Would you like to? And you ignite it, and it takes a couple tries for you to get it going, but eventually you have this blazing inferno, made out of this tree that you've made together. And what do you just throw the sword inside of it?
No, before he lights it, he's gonna take the sword, climb this big pile he's made. He's just gonna plant it at the top in the center, blade all the way down to the hilt.
Okay.
and then he steps back, and then he's gonna light it.
Okay, so it burns for like 2 days, 2 or 3 days, and by the time everyone is recuperated and everyone is kind of like ready to get outside and start, like the worst of the storms have passed and it's kind of clearing up, and it seems like you guys can actually move at this point. You guys can see that Dustin's fire is still going on, but it's starting to die, and inside you can only see the red hilt of this like flaming blade, as it's like red hot metal in there. Do you want to try to like knock it out with a log, Grant?
Let me check my inventory. I think I have something that can help with this. Bedroll ration.
Don't you have a match? Don't you have like a thing you can do?
Oh yeah, you're right. I have Ferrocraft. All right. Destin's gonna reach out and try to magnetically pull the sword up with his Ferrocraft and dump it into the snow to cool.
Okay, what's your level in Ferrocraft?
I think I have a level 1.
Is it negative or just is it actually level 1?
Let me check.
If it's negative, you can't attempt it because
I have a level. It's a flat. It's a
okay, you can attempt it. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a common. You have a lot of time.
No, definitely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So you guys see as Destin kind of extends his hand, and you see as almost like this like metal scaling grows up his hand as he concentrates on this blade, and you see as it it's like the force as it kind of like levitates up, and then it like falls into the snow in front of Destin. Destin, your sword, it has relatively the same shape as before, but you can see this edge on it now. It seems like it's nothing special, but it is definitely an improvement over what was before. And you can see, so this is now a mundane. You've actually repaired it back to base.
Nice. Destin's not idiot. He's not gonna like immediately try to pick it up. He's gonna pile some snow over it.
Yeah, you could
like
also go dunce it in the water if you want. You have with your Faircraft roll, you could just go like dip it in the water and bring it out.
Yeah, the snow is. I'm less likely to drop it into the snow.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it. I'm just gonna let it cool for like 10 minutes, and then he's just gonna reach in the snow pile and pull it out. Just look it over.
Yeah, it is sharp now, but it is still that relative shape. You might need some more advanced metalworking stuff in order to repair the other bits of it.
And Destin's just gonna look at it.
But it seems like it's continuously drinking in this fire, but it seems like it's drunk all of the fire out of this. Like, this is now like a smoldering ash pile.
That's just gonna test the edge on his finger.
Yeah, it's sharp.
He just lets out a relieved sigh, just holding the sword like close to his chest. He's just gonna give it a nod, put some tears in his eyes, wipe them away, put it at his hip, and just walk back over the party. Okay,
so you guys have the choice. So everyone is recuperated and rested. Your guys' objective right now is to go raid this bandit camp to go steal all their supplies.
Oh yeah.
You guys can totally walk around this place here. We could skip right over to the bandit camp, or you guys can look around here because there's stuff in this. There's like tons of stuff here, or you guys can just leave. It's up to you.
So I want to grab a couple pine cones.
Okay.
I noticed there's some pine cones. That shit could come useful. I signaled the party that they should also grab some pine cones because my thinking is you can throw that shit and cause a distraction, or just in general, fire starter, shit like that. It's a good shit. It's free.
Okay, you can totally grab some pine cones.
Destin is going to...
You can add that to your inventory. So you can say you can grab 5 pine cones and add them to your inventory.
I was thinking even more like 2.
Okay.
Destin's gonna look around in this brush. Is there any like dry kindling he could grab for later in case they ever need to start a fire?
Sure.
All right, he's gonna grab some kindling.
Okay.
Put it on the sled boy.
Yeah, actually, speaking of that, how's Finocchio doing?
Finocchio has seemed to have recovered. Do you want to describe it, Finocchio?
Yes, Finocchio is now up and chipper. He has been following Ventward these past couple of days, and he's kind of observing his mannerisms, his movements. It's kind of a little creepy how intensely he's been watching him. And he, with his notebook paper, he's been frantically taking some notes. Gaston, when he mentions the sled, Funakura looks over to him. Yeah, I think the sled could be a good idea, but if we do get into any altercations, I am gonna have to spill everything from the sled again, because that is my shield. And I don't want to die, really. I almost died, and I kind of don't want to do that again.
Well, I have a suggestion. So, can I construct a sled from the remaining scraps of leather and web so that we have like some sort of sled bag type deal? Like it's a little shittier, maybe, but it'll work.
Not from the old leather parts, but there's definitely enough like
Twigs and
sticks
shit.
and wood that you could use to try to construct something.
Destin will help with that. Just like a layer of like relatively solid sticks, a layer of webbing, and then like some twigs, some like thin like reeds and stuff on the bottom to help.
And then I can make ropes out of web. You know, it's decent.
Yeah,
It's decent.
We're gonna work
So
together.
we'll say this is a level 3. This will be a survival. Oh, we had a viewer. Somebody talked.
Hey,
Wait, no.
what?
Somebody was watching.
Hey,
hello.
somebody watching.
I didn't notice
Hola.
that until now. How long ago was that? That was, I don't know if he's still watching. Dang it, I should have said something.
All right.
But
You ruined everything.
yeah, I don't even know if he. Oh, he's still here. Hello.
Hi.
The
Yeah.
Rebel IT. He
up,
wanted to
dude?
know: are we using hardcore combat rules? We are using hardcore combat rules. If you'd like Rebel, here I will post my. This is the PDF we are using for all of our skills, or for like it's like. So we use Cogent, but we've built off of Cogent basically. So I will go ahead and post this for you.
Okay, I'm rolling on Webcraft.
So
and
no, so
survival.
it'll be a survival assisted by Webcraft.
Yeah, that's
Can
what I'm doing.
can I assist in any way with my survival?
I don't think you'll need it.
Whoa.
1, 2,
geez.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So -3, yeah, 4. You get it. He said that he came from the Discord. He came from the Oh, awesome. So somebody actually came.
Welcome, man. It's good to have you.
Welcome to the group. So yeah,
I don't
you
like
are.
him.
You are able to use. Stop berating our viewers, Sammy. you.
Sammy doing?
He insulted the viewer.
How
Oh my
about
god, Sammy.
Don't worry,
Anyways.
I'll kill Zammy for you.
Vet-
Rebel IT.
Vengeward.
That's my job.
All our jobs.
Vengeward, you are able to construct this sled out of sticks and branches, and you get other people to help, and you use your webcraft to construct this this sled that is actually pretty good. He says, "Oh, I'm so offended. Tisk tisk." Wait, do we have a Zammy versus? We found even more extra Zammy.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's too much Zammy. Okay, so anyways, so you guys are able to construct this. So if you would like now, Zammy, you can go ahead and hold your shield, actually use that for defense, and then go ahead and this will act as now the sled.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now we have
Hell yeah.
sled.
Okay, and who's
Alright,
pulling the
Zammy
sled,
now
by the
no
way?
longer has-
Destin, he big strong beef boy.
Yeah, I'm the only person
Zammy.
who's not a weakling.
Zammy, on your sheet, is the, let me go to your inventory. Okay.
Oh no.
Do you know what's on the sheet? Like, what's on the shield? What was on the sled, rather?
On the sled. I believe it was everyone's junk. I know that the original sled contained like my satchel. It was the big tower shield. And just everyone, I think, put all of their stuff onto it, so they wouldn't be either medium or heavy load.
Okay. So what we'll do then, you guys can say what you want is on the sled. If you want to say your backpack's on the sled,
My backpack's on the sled.
just write on your sheet, like maybe where it says satchel, write like satchel space or space dash space on sled. And then you don't have to. Then you don't have to have that weight on your character. You can have it on the sled.
Also, if anybody wants to team up to pull the sled, I can just attach them to the sled, right? Is that like acceptable?
I'm assuming you would have already made like a handle or something, or like a thing that you could like put around your, like almost like a like like a backpack, like how it has those like
Oh yeah, we're
straps?
talking like like you can put a little hook on you and then you can both pull it.
See, I don't know why. Like, I don't feel like you guys have that much shit. I don't know why it has to be a sled.
Because we wanted to be a
Yeah.
sled.
I guess a sled
sled
is
is
good if
very
you need to
helpful.
drag people around. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah. So we'll say that for now. If you would like to, you can offload your weight from your inventory to the sled and just write that on your sheet.
Exactly what I
Okay,
did.
and then I want to look for anything we might miss that you've strewn about. So I would like to do. What type
Perception?
of check would that be?
That'd be a perception check.
Perception. All right, my perception is pretty decent, man. It's okay. So I'm just gonna.
There's one thing
roll.
in particular. This will be a level 3
I roll 1,
specialized. You fail it.
So I'll be looking around
Roll
too.
perception. Gotcha.
1, 2, 3,
You
4,
succeed.
5, 6.
So Uhtred, you're able to see
Got 1.
over here this waterfall that has been frozen up. You can see some weird growth around it, and you realize that this is webbing as well over here.
Over where?
Over here, can you see all the way
over
off in the
there.
distance?
Yeah.
You can just make it out.
Maybe like a spider. Gross.
I didn't do that.
You spider people.
Ooh, you know what that might be?
Spiders.
No, think about it this. We're hunting down a bandit camp that's a former mine. Mines typically start in places that are what's the word? Partially natural growth, like they mix, that way there's like a defined exit, there's more ventilation. So maybe this is a secret entrance to our bandit camp.
Ooh.
You would know that the bandit camp is like a mile or 2 away.
Well, I mean,
Maybe it's a really big mine. Who knows?
it could be a really big mine, or we could get some dope loot. Who knows? I mean, it just seems interesting. That's pretty uncommon. What y'all say? It's up to y'all.
If people would like to make a general knowledge about what kind of creatures might do that in the frozen tundra.
I will indeed do that.
What's the challenge?
Challenge 2.
I got
I
3.
succeeded.
I got a
I did not succeed.
5.
For anybody who got it, this is most likely a frost spider. There are these kind of weird bulbous monsters that hibernate during the summer and stuff, and they only come out when it's freezing cold. But they're
Are they
pretty.
known to be predatory?
Yes.
Or are they just?
Well, they're more of like they will. They definitely will be predatory, but they're more opportunists. Yeah.
All right. Definitely look to the group and say, chances are, if we don't bother it, it won't bother us.
Then let's
I
just.
agree.
I think we should bother it.
I do not.
We're about
I
to
think.
go.
I think we
Listen.
should go fight the
Yeah.
bandits.
We don't really have a way to deal with venom, as far as I'm aware.
I'd say
Well,
we should
It's
just.
pretty simple enough.
if
Just
we
don't
wa-
get hit.
If we want on our way back, take a look at this thing, we can. But we got a job to do right now, and that involves fighting. Weakening ourselves before that ain't quite a good idea.
On the way back, where? We need to continue on and try to find Vex.
we can take a small detour. We're gonna have to hunker down for the winter. Remember?
Why don't we hunker down in the bandit camp after we kill them all?
But this is only a mile away. We could make a trek during the latter parts of the season. What I'm saying is, right now, it ain't much a smart idea.
Well, what if
to go
we're gonna
attacking
kill?
gigantic
Yeah,
spiders?
he's right.
Yeah.
If we come back and kill it when it's hibernating in the summer,
Wait,
Precisely.
That's okay. That's what I said. Why don't we hunker down in the bandit camp?
exactly,
And not trek our way back this way now.
exactly, and especially with that general knowledge we just found. Think about it like this: it's going to be asleep when we come back. It's free money. We can just come get it.
So I'm assuming you guys are just gonna go straight to the bandit camp.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go straight to the
Yeah,
bandit
definitely.
Okay. So with that, give me a second.
On the way, Funakuro is starting to pester. What is your name? Vengeworth?
Oh yeah,
Vengeworth, yes. Funakuro starts pestering you with questions like he was trying to do before when luck stopped him. Such as, again, multiple times asking, how old are you? How does your web craft work, and where does it originate from in your body? And
So
how
it comes out the butthole. I'm just kidding.
Okay. He writes this down.
No,
It
I'm
comes
just kidding.
it comes out his wrist. Duh.
Dude, it's a Parker Peters situation. You know.
Out the butthole.
What is a butthole?
So I can actually spit it out of my mouth. I can shoot it out of my wrist. It can come out of my fingertips. It comes straight from the ichor. You know, it's like a.
Okay. So here's
It's
what I'm
not
gonna do.
necessarily a physical thing. It's just it's more of a manifestation type deal. You know, it's
So you would say it just works as it's a very stereotypical fellcraft that there's a lot of leniency in the way you can use it.
yeah. There's some lenience, but it has every limitation that you would expect
Yeah.
from spider stuff. It's nothing too great.
Okay, let me drag everybody out, and then let me bring you guys over. Sirius is out.
For instance, I could probably pull on it and not get stuck even if it was sticky, but nobody else would be able to do that. And if I made it not sticky when it came out, which is an option, it would. There's no way to make it sticky after.
So I'm
After
going
the
to
fact.
summon everybody to the board.
Unrelated question, narrator. How many pages does my diary have left? Like, empty?
Roll me a d20.
It's not snowing.
Well,
Nice.
pretend there's snow.
There's snow as you get higher up.
It looks snowy.
Whoa. You have a lot of pages left.
You have
Oh.
18 pages left.
We'll say, 18, fine.
Oh fuck!
Okay,
It was a
good.
joke. I'm sorry.
No, that works. I actually kind of want it to be low. Yeah.
You would recognize you probably have, at the rate you go at night, probably about 4 to 5 days worth left of pages.
Okay.
Before. Where's Dipper at? Is he still here? Dipper.
I can't hear Anakin. But you
Hey.
I don't
guys,
know where my character token is.
you guys approach. Oh, he's
Anakin,
muted.
you muted.
He's muted. You approach the bandit camp. If you guys would like, you could try to take a different approach. If you guys want to look around and maybe come at this from a different perspective, but there might be some bigger checks involved if you guys wanted to like climb around the side of the mountain. This is the obvious way up.
Before we do anything, never mind. I'm gonna look through the group. And I'm gonna go. So we just walk straight up the path.
Destin's gonna shake his head and say, "This is a camp. They got fortified. It ain't like the church that we went to. They got this well defended. They're gonna be around here looking for us." Destin's
So
gonna-
should we split up then and do 2 parties?
Oh, that
that's
sounds
even
like
more
hell.
stupid.
I think that's smart.
No,
Thank
You
you,
never-
Conagrio.
don't listen to him. Listen, what we gotta do is we gotta try to take them by surprise.
Okay.
Get in their blind
Yeah.
spot. Get inside the cave without being seen.
Well, all I was saying was I don't really fancy climbing these fucking cliffs.
Well, what if we build an apparatus out of web, hoist those of us that aren't as agile, so they don't have to climb at all.
That is a thing we might be able to do. Destin's gonna move up to this like one of these trees and like hide behind it and say, but first we gotta know our layout. Start taking looks around. Try not to miss nothing.
Can everyone make me a perception check? I'm looking for specifically a level 4.
Is this a visual thing, or
This is
would
a
I be
visual-
able to use some of that?
Hey,
I'm gonna say-
4 5s.
You could definitely assist with
2,
Sonocraft.
3. I got 3.
So who got a 4?
I did.
I didn't see mine.
I'm not associated with my token.
Oh. The heck? Yeah, there's this weird thing that's been going on today where people like originally Dipper wasn't associated with his either.
Dipper! Anakin!
I can rejoin if I need to.
No. Let me just try to drag you out again.
I didn't realize I was muted.
I'm so good, bud.
Okay. So who got a 4?
I
I did.
definitely rolled for
Destin
it.
did too.
I need somebody to roll for me.
I'll
Okay.
roll for you. What's your perception check?
It's 7 dice.
7 dice.
So Sirius got it. Vengeward, did you say you got
Yeah,
it?
he got it.
I think I
We're
got
got
it
it.
as well.
Did anybody else get it? You did too, Dustin, right?
I
Yeah.
did. Fanakrio did.
Okay.
And the
So
person I just rolled for, I can't really hear their voice, so.
okay. So it sounds like to me like Vengeward, Dustin, Sirius, and Fanakrio got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, you guys peer up at this gigantic kind of mountain as you guys have been kind
Check,
of
we have
this.
another viewer.
Oh, we do. Hello,
Yo.
other viewer.
Yes.
Howdy. Oh, this guy's gonna fit right in. He used my favorite catchphrase.
What's
So
up,
These
homie?
viewers are ruining my immersion.
So anyway, stop insulting the viewers. But you guys
We have to
see,
kill Dammy again.
you guys see as you approach this, because you guys have been on relatively flat ground, but you guys approach kind of one of the mountains, and as you do, you see this winding path. You take it up, and you near the somebody said your name right. Hey, you see as this winding path leads up the mountain. And Vengeward kind of guides you guys as he knows this is where the enemies that you guys seek are, the bandits, the lancers. You make your way up, and you guys do see, or those of you that made the level 4, you see a guy standing up on this outcrop of wood up here. I don't know if people can see this. Do you see this over here?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he kind of is lazily kind of like throwing pebbles down at the ground. He has a bow laying up against the side of the rope that's actually like the railing, but he doesn't seem to be paying insane attention. If he was, he might have already have seen you guys, but he's just throwing rocks down.
Can I buff before we go into combat?
You can buff.
Sick.
What kind of buff do you want to do?
Reflex.
Well, actually, you just remember oh wait, right, we're out of combat, and you're specialized in blessing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can just go ahead and burn your light rather, and just go ahead and buff up. Would anybody else like to buff?
It's 3, right?
I would.
I would like to try and buff reflex too. Yeah.
So the cost.
Dustin is gonna buff reflex.
So the cost for buffing reflex, according to the PDF,
3.
is 3. So
Okay.
does anybody here not have an 8 in Polycraft or in Polycraft? But because Jake, you auto succeed.
I have a 7.
Okay, for a 7,
In
you still need to roll.
Polycraft,
You still need to roll.
I auto succeed. What's better, strength or reflex?
So
That's
Vengeward,
subjective.
you get a 4. So you are able to, if you'd like, you could take, you can get a reflex buff
That's what
for
I
an
want.
hour. Okay. So right now, Vengeward, you have a reflex. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead on my phone here. I'm gonna start a timer. So let's be quick.
Oh,
Oh,
for an hour?
oh,
Actually,
oh.
that's the thing. I actually need to go soon because
Oh.
I have to go help outside.
Oh, really, Grant?
Yeah.
Right when we got viewers, Grant is my brother.
I
If people don't know.
Sorry, it's been 3 hours, but
I gotta
it's been
go.
3 hours.
I gotta
promise
go
to help.
soon as well.
Well, then how about this? Let's do something fun real quick. I won't set the timer then. I'll set the timer and I'll remember the time. Vengeward, you buffed. Everyone here who wanted a reflex buff, did you auto succeed?
I also succeeded. Yes.
How much? Let's play for let's say another 25 minutes and we'll be done, okay?
Can I
Okay.
kill this dude up here? With
I was actually about to
Sorry,
suggest, why don't we build like a slingshot apparatus and launch the, what's the small guy's name again? Dipper?
Different.
We just launch Dipper at
What?
it.
You can make a big
shoot him with
slingshot.
a
You
card
could use
trap?
these 2 trees. No, here's what you do. You use these 2 trees and you do this. You go bam, and then you go bam, and then bam. You
Hold
launch
up.
Dipper.
Not to be rude, but Jack is trying to waste
wait.
our buff time.
I have an
So-
even better idea. He's tossing rocks, right? So what if he tossed a rock, and then when he heard it click on the ground, he got hit by another rock straight between the eyes?
A big boulder. You could attempt.
a boulder.
What would you guys like to attempt to do?
I want to
Okay.
charge. I want to shoot him. Like,
Sirius
Actually,
is
hold on,
getting his
Jack,
bow out.
It's like, yeah, the longbow is a sniper weapon, right?
It should be. It should be
Sharpshooter?
It should be sharpshooter. So some rules have changed over on the PDF, but I believe. Let me go double check. It is a sharpshooter, so that's 20 feet per d6 you roll.
Okay.
And a heavy crossbow is 15 feet. It's extended, but the longbow in particular is the most long shot weapon that there is. So as you guys are looking there, you see as it's not extreme. It should only be sharpshooter. You guys see as up here, this other guy walks up beside this other guy, and kind of like, you can't see what they say, but you see as he touches him in the back, and this guy like freaks the fuck out, and this other guy like laughs, and this guy tags off of him, and he begins to walk off. Apparently his shift is done.
Oh shit! That means if we kill this guy, the shift won't be back for a hot minute.
So
Wait, why are we killing him?
Because he's a terrorist.
And he can see us.
Well, that seems a little.
Okay, I want to shoot him. Who else is with me and shooting him? Let's just shoot him.
Let's all get our weapons and shoot him at the same time.
Okay.
Dipper's gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Jason's gonna kind of
So
look over
we'll do this
to-
first. We'll do this first. What'd you say, Grant? What'd you say?
That's gonna pull out his longbow and just
Okay, so is everybody gonna ready an arrow and just berate this guy?
I'm gonna use light, but yeah.
So make sure your range is within range, because I don't know if this is quite a shot. This is
shit! Let's just move into range. He can't see us yet,
so
right?
yeah, my range. I roll 9 dice, so I have a range of 180 feet.
Yeah.
With my longbow.
Hold on, give me a second.
Well, actually, you might have 200 if you have the buff.
Yeah, are you focused?
I'm doing a focus shot. How much? My range is set. It's at 160 on my.
I am gonna say though, this guy does have cover from his position, because you guys are shooting at the very top of his body, and from your thing, you're shooting up at the very top. So this guy is going to have cover in, or at least, I'm gonna say.
So what?
I'm gonna say 3/4 cover.
What if we
Sirius
just
is gonna
climb
look
up a little bit
here in this rock outcropping and just kind of point it out to the party and say, "Well, we could also climb up and get around this segment."
You could.
and then just shoot it from up there?
And actually, I'm sorry, the time of day is a little bit later in the day. It's like this time of day. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, so if you guys wanted to try to climb, you absolutely could.
Like, is the path that I sort of outlined, I guess there might be a few more zigs and zags, but
I would assume you guys would take the most general path up. So Rebel IT goes bandit equals immediate bad guy, and so there's no moral dilemma.
Exactly. See, this guy gets it. Listen, you gotta trust our viewers. They're very smart.
He's a lancer. He deserves to die. I mean,
He is wearing purple. He is wearing purple, which is the Lancer's color.
He's wearing purple.
Purple is the color of Lancers.
Oh, okay. I kind of want to steal his shit. Let's kill him.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, so let's actually do something, because I'm sure our viewers are getting bored. So, do you guys want to climb up the rock face?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, this is only going to be a uncommon check. It's a level 2.
Actually, no, wait, hold on, guys. We gotta think. He's standing right there. He's a fresh.
He's gonna see us.
Watch. He's definitely gonna see us.
Oh man.
We just need. Let's just all shoot at him now. If we all shoot at him.
Narrator.
Maybe we should not shoot at him and come up with a different solution.
No,
What if-
I'm gonna go
Everyone
and
who
shoot.
thinks that, say I.
Actually,
Well,
here,
it's nighttime.
Jake,
He's not gonna see us.
Jake, this is a quick moment. You could use battle tactics here, and I could give you a suggestion.
Okay, I will use my battle tactics.
Narrator.
Yep.
I do sincerely apologize. I gotta head out.
Damn it. Well, okay. Well, then maybe we go ahead.
Wait.
We stop this here. Would anybody want to play maybe tomorrow?
I'll be able to play tomorrow.
I'll be
Yeah,
after 4 p.m. I'll be around.
Okay. So maybe we'll
Yeah,
stop it here.
Maybe we'll go ahead and coordinate and figure out, and you guys can kind of think about the best way you guys want to approach this enigma. But with that, Will, thanks for joining us. Thanks for all of our viewers out there on Twitch, and thanks for the people who are going to watch us on YouTube. Bye, everybody.